Now I can run and do squats again.
Guys, get back in the game. Call now and schedule a free fast-track consultation with one of our doctors and learn how you can finally get rid of those embarrassing varicose and spider veins. Space is limited, so call now. 800-300-3388. That's 800-300-3388. 800-300-3388.
Why should your next mattress be a Sovereign mattress? A, it's more durable. No sags, no body impressions. B, it's more comfortable. Custom tailored for greater comfort. And C, for you tree huggers out there, organic and free of harmful chemicals. Superior comfort and durability with made in America prices. Sovereign European Sleep Systems. In Dallas and Southlake. Learn more at sovn.com.
It's time to honor our veterans with the Patriot Mobile Veteran of the Month. 660 AM The Answer joins with Patriot Mobile to spotlight a veteran each month. If you know a veteran who deserves such an honor, then go to 660amtheanswer.com and nominate them to be Patriot Mobile Veteran of the Month. Winners will receive a Crossroads Diner gift certificate and an award from Patriot Mobile. Plus, they'll have an opportunity to come to the studios to meet Mark Davis and John David Wells. Go to 660amtheanswer.com to nominate your veteran. That's the Patriot Mobile Veteran of the Month.
If you've got questions, we've got answers. 660 AM. The Answer. Isn't thinking so much more fun than getting yelled at? The Wells Report on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. Howdy. I'm John David Wells. The Republican Party has come up with the American Health Care Act. It is a replacement allowing for the repeal of Obamacare. How are you going to cover the millions of Americans who gained coverage through Obamacare's Medicaid expansion? This proposal provides Americans who do not receive insurance through work or a government program with an advanceable, refundable tax credit so they can access a plan that's right for them, not one that's dictated by Washington. How is this tax credit different than an Obamacare subsidy? Obamacare subsidies were based on income, created a disincentive to work, and left millions of hardworking middle-class Americans behind. Obamacare subsidies also only applied to insurance dictated by Washington, substantially limiting flexibility and choice. This legislation repeals Obamacare's flawed subsidies in 2020 and instead provides a tax credit to low and middle-income Americans who do not receive insurance through work or a government program. Unlike Obamacare subsidies, these credits, the tax credits, are based on age and family size and will gradually phase out as your income increases, making sure work always pays and hardworking Americans are never left behind. How big will the tax credit be? Will I be able to buy a real health and care plan with it? Our tax credits are based on age and family size. Each year, low and middle income Americans will be eligible to receive between $2,000 and $14,000 to purchase health insurance, depending on how old you are and how big your family is. These tax credits will be credible, something that will make for a meaningful difference for individuals and families when it comes to accessing health care through a new comprehensive, competitive, state-based insurance market. With all other policies, we're proposing to increase choices and lower costs. This tax credit will help people access the healthcare options they want and need. Now, look, this is where the government screws up. Okay? Let's assume that there was a tax credit that was out there for people to buy cars with. Okay? Let's say low and middle income Americans would receive somewhere between $2,000 and $14,000 for a new car. What would this mean? This would mean, for all intents and purposes, depending on how many cars were sold to low and income and middle income Americans, that the lowest priced car that you're going to be able to find is somewhere around $14,000. So that's the floor that I keep talking about. That's the floor for insurance plans. Now, theoretically, the marketplace will bring that cost down. But if there's a low and middle income American out there with $14,000 worth of an American government tax cut, you can bet that that's where the insurance costs will start, not where they're going to finish. This is the flaw. Yeah, the bigger those numbers are, the more people feel, well, my gosh, I'm going to be able to have a real health plan. Not so much. Not so much. As a matter of fact, before all this stuff started, the typical American family was paying $14,000 a year for their health insurance. The good news, I guess, is that you're going to get a tax credit for it. Well, that's good. Beginning in 2020. That's a good thing. I doubt that you'll be able to qualify for a $14,000 tax credit. Because if you're doing better financially, that's going to be a lower number. But anything's better than nothing. But just so you know, that's how a floor gets established for costs. Let me get to Carl in Fort Worth. Carl, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hi.
Yes, I wanted to ask you, did I hear you say that some people are on Obamacare that don't have a job?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Well, why is that fair? If they don't even have the initiative to go out and find a job to pay their rent and put food on their table, why should we pay them for health care?
Because we pay for everything else in their lives.
But it's not right.
I know it's not right. You know, first things first, let's get Obamacare. We'll try to do welfare renewal or welfare restructuring farther down the road. You know, first things first. Yeah, look, Obamacare was a mess. There are huge problems with Obamacare. Okay, just like everything else. Whenever you start giving stuff away, it puts a disincentive to work out there. This is what happens when governments get involved. That's why I'm a conservative. I want the smallest use of government possible at all levels. How will women be affected under the American Health Care Act? The proposal specifically prohibits any gender discrimination. Women will have equal access to the same affordable quality health care options as men do under the proposal. Will women be able to purchase a plan that covers abortions? No. The proposal is consistent with the bipartisan Hyde Amendment, which does not allow taxpayer dollars to go toward funding an elective abortion. Won't premiums increase when you repeal the individual and employer mandates because fewer people will participate in the individual market? By repealing taxes, rolling back regulations and mandates, restoring control back to the states. The plan unleashes innovation and competition in healthcare. This approach will result in lower costs and more choices. In fact, the plan is expected to lower premiums. It will deliver much more flexibility for people to save and spend their healthcare dollars the way they want and the way they need. How are you paying for the plan? How much is it going to cost taxpayers? The Republican Party is still discussing details on that, but they are committed to repealing Obamacare and replacing it with fiscally responsible policies that restore the free market and protect taxpayers. How was the bill drafted? They've been talking about ideas to repeal and replace the failing health care law for years. Many of the policies have been passed by the House already. We outlined our vision for replacing Obamacare 8 months ago and have been working since then to turn those policies into legislation. Andrew, thanks very much for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report.
Hey, thanks for taking the call, JD.
Sure.
Hey, I think I've got a better solution to this. I've been working on this for a long time.
Yes, sir.
Let me just give a quick preface. I was widowed years ago.
I'm sorry.
During my wife's long, protracted sickness, I saw a lot of healthcare bills. And basically, we were seeing, $100,000 a month. The insurance companies were paying 10 cents on the dollar.
Right.
Which means that basically the insurance company would satisfy a $100,000 debt for $10,000.
Right,
Okay?
which, by the way, was probably in range of you being able to pay it yourself.
Exactly.
Except what happened.
Point.
Well, hang on a second. Let me restructure this because we got time. We got time here.
Okay.
The thing about this is what Andrew's saying is that all the money, let's say he spent let's say he had a family of 4, he's spending $14,000 a year. Okay. So there's a serious illness in the house. It's a $100,000 bill and the insurance company only pays $10,000, which is about the right ratio. It's about 10%. So what ends up happening is that the insurance company makes $4,000 because there's this pot of money that Andrew and you and me and everybody else that buys health insurance have been paying into this health insurance industry all these years. So, or every year. So what ends up happening is they pay less by a long shot. I mean, the bills that you get are fantasy land. Yeah, I suppose if you didn't have a health care plan, yeah, you'd have to pay $100,000 instead of $10,000.
Well, that's where my point is.
Yeah, and that's the point. Go ahead, Andrew.
Okay, so my thought is a 1 or 2 page law that basically states that all healthcare providers have to honor to a single payer no more than the amount paid by a group payer. So if it costs, if they're willing to accept $10,000 from an insurance company, they should accept $10,000 from me on that $100,000 bill.
Yeah,
so
but there's an easier way to do
it.
Yeah, there's an easier
market basis.
Yeah, there's an easier way to do that. Okay, the easier way to do that is to do away with health insurance. And
well, you don't have to. That's
but the thing, yes, you truly do.
Policies have a place.
Well, except here's the health insurance you need: catastrophic healthcare insurance.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm paying $2,700 a month right now.
Well, if you have catastrophic healthcare insurance, you'd pay less. Right. And then with an illness that befell your wife, and I'm so sorry, then that policy would have covered that. That would have covered that whole thing. And you would have paid far less money for it because it doesn't happen to as many people who, for example, break their arm or break their leg. And then what would end up happening is that breaking your arm and leg would go back to being $1,500 instead of being $10,000 or $15,000.
Right, but we don't have to do away with insurance. There's a place for insurance.
Yeah, well,
I think it needs to be deregulated, and then for the people that are really need the assistance, give them a credit card based on their Social Security. They can spend up to 80% of their Social Security, and they have to pay it back with plus 4% or plus 6% over prime.
Except they can't do that, and they won't do that. People won't pay it back. People
then
won't pay it back.
Their Social Security.
Yeah, but okay. But they still don't pay it back. And what happens is, remember,
it comes down to personal responsibility.
Andrew, the thing about when you tie Social Security into it, remember, you're paying your parents' Social Security bill. When you don't, it's not your bill that you're paying. It's your parents' bill that you're paying. Your children are going to pay for yours. So in other words, so if you don't pay, if say, for example, you take money out of Social Security, then
it's a loan from the government based on what you have invested at 15% of everything that you've made over your life.
Yeah, well, let's talk about how many people have these huge government-sponsored education loans out there that never get paid back. See, that would be the same. That would be the same exact model. So here's the way you do it. I see what you're saying, but you've got to. The trick to this is that you have a catastrophic health care. And then what you have is the health savings plan that they're talking about. Okay. So so before taxes, you can set aside $5,000 of your salary. Okay. Let's say you set aside $5,000. That's for the broken arm. That's for the sniffles. That's for sinusitis. That's for that. And then that way you don't have to have a health insurance policy that covers all of those things plus catastrophic health care.
Right.
So in other words,
and that's what I'm saying. If we could bring it back to the market.
Well, yeah, but you can't.
The cost is.
You cannot involve Social Security in any of that.
So what opinion on that? I think that for
are you going to throw somebody? Are you going to throw somebody in jail?
Care.
Are you going to throw somebody in jail for borrowing money from their Social Security that they don't pay back?
No, they just don't get Social Security. They wind up on the streets. Personal responsibility.
But what you forget, Andrew, is that you're not paying for your Social Security. The money that you're trying to borrow isn't there.
Right, but you are giving up 15% of your income for life. So that 15% does have value.
Except
And you're borrowing against
there
that
is
value.
no, you're not borrowing against that value. What's happening is that you're taking that money away from the people that are actually getting it. What I'm trying to get to you is this. It is a Ponzi scheme. The money that you're trying to borrow isn't yours. The money you're trying to borrow is paying for older people's Social Security right now. So the money that you need to borrow doesn't exist yet because it's going to be paid by generations behind you. Your Social Security doesn't exist except as a tabloid publication that you get once or twice a year. And that's it. If only there was a Social Security lockbox. If only there was a trust account. There isn't a trust account. All the money that you pay as a part of FICA goes directly into the general fund and is spent. And what they do is they take money from the future to pay the Social Security bills of the past. In other words, your children will be paying for your Social Security. No, you just get rid of that part. And you say, okay, for everything below a monument, a disfiguring or deadly or some kind of very serious illness, a catastrophic illness, you pay for everything out of your health savings plan. And then you have a catastrophic health care plan. And that saves everybody all the money they possibly can and still have insurance. And so we're saying the same thing. We're just taking a piece out that doesn't exist. You're listening to the Wells Report.
This is Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, and I'd like to invite you to join me for our talk show every Sunday morning. We're actually trying to convert the world to organics. We talk about the natural organic program for farming, ranching, gardening, and pest control. Also, a lot of talk about health issues for animals and people. Hope you can join us for all the fun.
Make sure to tune in to Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, every Sunday morning from 8 to 11 a.m. right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
You need a plan as you get closer to retirement, a plan that will take you from where you are now to the retirement you've always dreamed about. The first step on that path is to tune into Wealth Smart, Saturdays at 9 a.m. Your host is Reed Johnson, president of Lake Point Advisory Group. You only retire once, but Reed helps people retire every day. Don't miss Wealth Smart every Saturday at 9 a.m. or visit us at lakepointadvisorygroup.com for information on our free area stake dinner seminars and start working on your dream retirement now.
Hey, it's Frank Reed. I'm visiting with my friend Dr. Chad Glines from Genesis Back and Neck. You probably heard he's partnered with the Elevani Health Group for gel injections for your knee. Now, I've received this procedure myself. My knee pain is completely gone, but you guys do a lot more than knees at Genesis.
Yeah, absolutely. Being a spinal decompression specialist, we've been able to help people for years with their disc problems, but now teaming up with Elevani Health Group, it's amazing what we can do for knees with the gel injections. We have stem cell injections, but we can also take care of pain anywhere with this new device that we use. It's just an unbelievable procedure. And the crazy thing, it's narcotic free.
And the cool thing is this is covered by the insurance and probably even your Medicare.
Absolutely. Medicare covers it. It is just amazing the results we're seeing with this.
You don't have to live with pain any longer. And your initial consultation is always free. Call for your appointment at 817-328-1922. That's 817-328-1922.
Hey, it's Mark Davis and my friends at Dallas Gold and Silver Exchange. There's a ton of reasons why I have loved these people for years. Incredible selection, fantastic prices. I've bought a bunch of things from them and brought them a bunch of things. They buy gold, silver, and jewelry. Right now, let's talk about gold. They have bullion available for immediate delivery. Got the benefit of privacy when buying from Dallas Gold and Silver Exchange. You don't have to give out a bunch of personal information like you do with online retailers. Walk out of Dallas Gold and Silver Exchange with your gold in hand. No waiting weeks for it to arrive in the mail. So let's go to Dallas Gold and Silver Exchange. Go to dgse.com, dgse.com, or the actual stores, 4 of them. Brand new in Dallas at the northeast corner of Preston and LBJ. Also Arlington, Euless, and Southlake. Wonderful folks, Dallas Gold and Silver Exchange. You'll love them. The price, the selection, the gold you can deal with right there in person. Walk out with your gold at Dallas Gold and Silver Exchange. DGSE.com.
Oh, look at this traffic. We'll never catch our flight.
Relax. We'll use valet parking at the terminal.
Valet? That's expensive. Did you get a raise?
No, got a refi on my car loan with EECU Credit Union. You can get one too. Call EECU at 800-396-1414. They'll beat your current APR by 2% and lower your payment.
2%. Heck, with that kind of money, I could take my wife to that Italian restaurant she likes, and I wouldn't have to ride with you anymore.
Very funny. I was paying 5% APR that took me down to 3% APR. Plus, I got up to 90 days to make my first payment. Man, it was fast and easy.
So tell me again, how do I refi my car loan with EECU?
Just call 800-396-1414 or visit eecu.org/theanswer. Tell them your current APR. As long as you've had your loan at least 90 days, they'll beat it by 2%.
Can't beat that.
Yeah, but hurry. It's a limited time offer. Call 800-396-1414 or visit eecu.org/theanswer.
Subject to credit approval. Membership required. Additional terms and conditions apply. Call 800-396-1414 for details.
I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans. Changes in Washington are not only affecting the nation's economy, but your families as well. Quicken Loans can show you how to take cash out of your home to pay off credit card debt or invest in home improvements. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 4.18%, APR 4.35%. Call 800-QUICKEN today or go to QuickenLoans.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
A CNN original series.
Stop doubting and believe.
An epic saga from the dawn of history.
Behold, the man.
A miraculous journey that changed the world.
I'll lay down my life for you. Whoever lives by believing in me will never die.
The greatest story ever told.
I believe you are the Son of God.
Finding Jesus. New season Sundays at 9 Eastern and Pacific on CNN.
660 AM, The Answer. 660 AM, TheAnswer.com. Only for Texas. This is The Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Reports. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. And so the Republican Party has acted. Indeed, there is a replacement and a repeal of Obamacare in the offing. The actual American Health Care Act is available for you to read and for you to get to know as well as you possibly can. And so we'll be talking about this tomorrow for sure. When more is known about it, I'll have a chance to sit down with the actual bill and go through it step by step. If you have any questions and so on, we'll be more than happy to make sure that somebody's here to answer those questions. Before we go any further, there is someone who I truly am just, I look forward to her work even when I don't, when I disagree with her, I still look forward to her work. She is Jacqueline Floyd, the Metro columnist for the Dallas Morning News. She has come up with a perfect column regarding seasonal allergies in her brilliant, sweet, funny, sarcastic, semi-snarky, but amusing style. She has written about cedar allergy, which kills me every year, and what she had to do to be able to get rid of some of it. You have to go to the Dallas Morning News and read Seasonal Allergies Won't Kill You, but They Never Stop Trying. Jacqueline Floyd, Metro columnist, Dallas Morning News. Get there and read that. It is fantastic. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis from my friends at Good Feet. So the topic is foot pain, but it could be much more than that. Heel pain, hip pain, back pain, knee pain. It's all interconnected, and you get the arch support situation fixed, and you are walking and working and living and traveling pain-free. GoodFeetDFW.com to learn more. GoodFeetDFW.com. Our shoes don't always have the right amount of arch support, so you go to Good Feet, get the arch support, get the inserts to slide into your shoes, and men, women, comfy shoes, athletic shoes, dress shoes, high heels, they all feel so much better. You will love it. You'll live the life you love with the help of Good Feet. GoodFeetDFW.com. GoodFeetDFW.com. They are in Plano. They are in Southlake. They are in Fort Worth. Southlake's open noon to 5 on Sundays. So learn more at GoodFeetDFW.com. goodfeetdfw.com. 20 years of experience helping your feet feel better. Goodfeetdfw.com. Plano, Fort Worth, Southlake, goodfeetdfw.com.
Hi, I'm Carl Deichler, the CEO of Beachbody, and I'm here to tell you about an amazing new way you can start losing weight for free right now. You've probably seen our workout DVDs on TV like P90X, Insanity, and 21 Day Fix. We just launched a beta trial of our new digital video platform, Beachbody On Demand. So while we're testing out this new digital video service, I'm inviting you to use it for free for 30 days. That means you can lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, even 30 pounds without paying a dime. Text the word trial to 303030 and you can do 30 days of P90X, Insanity, or any of over 400 workouts for free. Now here's the catch. In return, all I ask is you let us know what you think of the service so we can make Beachbody On Demand the best fitness and weight loss site ever created. Just text trial to 303030 and get started for free right now. Again, text trial to 303030.
Message and data rates may apply. Membership fees apply after 30-day free trial. Cancel anytime.
At Simple Sleep Services, our team of doctors are experts in providing the least invasive treatment for snoring and sleep apnea. A custom-fit, comfortable solution that you simply pop in before bed each night and wake up feeling refreshed. And it's covered by medical insurance. We are the most experienced team in the nation providing our treatment, and your diagnosis will be from a board-certified sleep physician using today's latest technology. Visit simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. No CPAP, no surgery, no implants, just simple sleep.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM. KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Karen McHugh. The GOP-led House reveals its plan to repeal and replace Obamacare.
The Republican health plan would essentially scrap much of Obamacare and offer tax credits to help lower-income Americans buy coverage. Let's take a look at some of the key points. Again, it would get rid of much of Obamacare's taxes and also the mandates requiring you to buy insurance. It would expand health savings accounts and provide a monthly tax credit to people who don't receive insurance through their employer.
Fox's Mike Emanuel. Democrats fear millions will lose coverage. President Trump issues the new version of his travel ban.
The effect of this new executive order is the same as the last, but some notable changes. The temporary visa ban now affects 6 countries. It's Iran, Syria, Libya, Sudan, Somalia, and Yemen. Iraq was dropped from the list of banned countries after they promised that they would be better at screening and reporting the results of that screening.
Fox's John Roberts. Fox News. We report, you decide.
This is 660 AM, The Answer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. So, how's the Trump presidency working out for everybody so far?
Every presidency gets a first wave of serious reviews after the first 100 days, so we thought we would do that at a great event. And you're invited. Hi, I'm John David Wells, and we want to welcome you to President Trump, the first 100 days.
Brought to you by Southwest Office Systems and 660 AM The Answer, Tuesday night, April 18th, the Eisman Center in Richardson. JD and I welcome our network buddy Mike Gallagher and special guest Senator Ted Cruz.
Tickets start at just $19. Backstage VIP at $135.
Tickets on sale now at 660amtheanswer.com. We'll be looking for you Tuesday, April 18th at the Eisman Center in Richardson.
President Trump, the first 100 days. Join Mark Davis and me, John David Wells, along with Mike Gallagher and Senator Ted Cruz. Get your tickets right now at 660amtheanswer.com.
660 AM The Answer and Southwest Office Systems present President Trump, the first 100 days, made possible by our national tour sponsor, MyPillow. Visit MyPillow.com and type in discount code 100 days to buy the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own.
I'm Aaron Katz. I owned AABC Appliance and Air Conditioning, the company with the little red trucks. I don't fix appliances anymore, but if you've got a stuck or struggling business of any kind, I can help you fix and grow it, and it won't cost you a dime out of pocket. I started in Dallas repairing refrigerators back in the 70s out of the trunk of my car. Soon I had branches in 5 states, and when I sold AABC, we had over 65 service trucks and more than 100 employees in Dallas alone. I've got over 40 years of experience in running and building businesses, and over the years I became an expert at marketing, advertising, and growing businesses. If you're having problems finding and keeping customers, increasing sales, maximizing profits, or any of the other challenges faced by small business owners, I can help. Now, I said it won't cost you anything right now. That's because I insist on being paid only if I produce results. If I do, we'll share in your success. Call me at 214-526-3990. That's 526-3990. Give me a call and let's talk.
Warning. If you've recently declared bankruptcy, you're going to want to cover your ears.
because there's an alternative to bankruptcy, and it could be better than you'd ever think possible. But if you've already declared bankruptcy and have missed this opportunity, you'll want to cover your ears now. Here it is. Right now, the company that has resolved more credit card debt than anyone in the U.S. may be able to settle your debt too. You could resolve your debt with one low monthly program payment. If you call right now and qualify, Freedom Debt Relief will show you how low your monthly program payment could be for free. Call now. 1-800-600-3018. That's 1-800-600-3018. If you're struggling with debt, this could be your answer. And the bigger your debt, the more money you could save. To find out for free how much of your hard-earned money Freedom Debt Relief could help you save, call now. 1-800-600-3018. 1-800-600-3018. 1-800-600-3018.
Hey, everybody, Mark Davis for my friends at Sleep Experts. How would you like a king for a queen? Look at this sale from all the Sleep Experts locations. Save up to $600 on top name brands. Even get a king for the price of a queen. Now's the time to buy Tempur-Pedic during Sleep Experts Tempur-Pedic closeout event. They're closing out all inventory floor samples, bringing you the latest in sleep technology. Up to $300 bonus cash on Tempur-Pedic. Good toward a choice of free pillow, protector, bed frame, even up to 3 years of interest-free financing. For details on that, 866-780-6220, subject to credit approval. Consumer Choice Award winner 11 years in a row. The expert match technology of mattress you lay on to show you which the best ones in the store are for you. It is Sleep Experts, the king for a queen sale. Check them out, sleepexperts.com, sleepexperts.com for more details and to find a Sleep Experts near you. Lisa and I have been customers for a long time. We love them. You will too. Sleep Experts, the king for a queen sale, sleepexperts.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I had gout in both my knees, and it's gone.
Well, I'm pretty stupid. I should have ordered it 15 years ago. It's the most effective product that I've ever bought in my life.
He had eczema on his hand, and it cracked for years. He did anything from doctor, every cream, everything. And 3 months on the veggies and fruit, it was gone.
They're just awesome. They keep asking me, what am I doing? I told them what I did with my cholesterol. I had the blood test, right? And it went down 100 points. 262, now it's 162. Everything is just perfect.
Balance of Nature is celebrating its 20th anniversary by providing you the best offer they've ever given. 2 free months of fruits and veggies and free shipping. Call now for details. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code 660AM.
Sean Hannity here for my friends at Generator Supercenter, the great American story. Now, this started in 2005 with 2 brothers selling and repairing generators out of their garage in Texas. Today, they are the #1 Generac dealer in the nation. #1 means more savings for you. When the power goes down, keep your home or business up and running with a Generac standby power system from the Generator Supercenter. Financing available, payments as low as $100 a month. GeneratorSupercenter.com. That's GeneratorSupercenter.com.
You can listen on the go. Find us on iHeartRadio. 660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. We've got a very complex story to tell you tonight. 866-660-5759. So, over the weekend, it's been talked about an incredible amount. Over the weekend, Donald Trump said that it was, tweeted out, that it was unbelievable as far as he was concerned, that the Obama administration wiretapped the operations going on inside Trump Tower. Now, that's what he alleged. As a matter of fact, he flat accused the Obama administration of doing it. The Obama administration immediately reacted with horror and disbelief. And then things began to go awry as the big machine of American government started to protect itself from something it can't protect itself from. And that is any American. And listen carefully to this. The American government cannot protect itself from anyone's accusation that it does not eavesdrop on everything you do electronically. You are wiretapped, you are monitored, everything. Text, email, phone calls, everything. The system immediately stood up and said, my gosh, this guy's crazy. This guy's nuts. As a matter of fact, was on the front page, I think, of the New York Daily News, something like that. One of them, it was the New York Post or the New York Daily News. The system immediately jumped right up and said, my gosh, this is crazy. What do you mean wiretap? Here, let's start at the beginning. FBI Director James Comey was incredulous over the weekend, President Donald Trump's allegations via Twitter that former President Barack Obama ordered a wiretap of his phones during the campaign. A person familiar with the matter told CNN. The source said Comey was concerned that the allegation would make the FBI look bad. Really? Forgive me, Director, but I don't know that it's going to be an easy sell that you really care how bad the FBI looks. I'm just saying. You're still in office, right? The FBI director then asked his staff to reach out to the staff at the Department of Justice, asking them to knock down the allegation. Really? The source said that Comey felt institutionally he had to push back on this because the magnitude of the allegations that Comey knows not to be true. That's, by the way, written by a supposed journalist. A U.S. official told CNN that part of the discussion was the FBI asking for the Department of Justice to publicly knock down the allegations, which the DOJ, by the way, has not done. That's because there's an American running it as opposed to an Obama administration operative. But listen to what this journalism says. Comey said that he felt that he had to institutionally push back because of the magnitude of the allegations that Comey knows not to be true. They're trying to sell it. Oh, this is ridiculous. The FBI director knows it's not true, and now he's trying to make sure that he pushes back because he knows it's not true, so obviously it isn't. Senior level officials within the FBI reached out to career personnel at the Department of Justice to clear up reports that President Obama wiretapped Trump's phone. This, according to a U.S. official telling CNN. Part of the discussion was the FBI asking for the DOJ to publicly knock down the allegations, which so far the DOJ has not done. Comey did not reach out personally to the DOJ. He was frustrated that his request for DOJ to knock down the story went unanswered over the weekend. You must then, of course, realize exactly how Reince Priebus felt. Yeah. Remember Reince Priebus? Somebody from the FBI came up to Reince Priebus and said, "Oh, by the way, all this story linking the the Trump campaign to Russia is BS." Remember that? The mainstream media did not report that an FBI agent had come to Reince Priebus and said that it was all BS. The mainstream media reported what Reince Priebus said to the FBI agent afterwards. Hey, well, tell people about this, will you? Oh, no, that wouldn't be proper. No, it's only proper when James Comey wants the DOJ to knock down an ugly rumor that he is sure is not true, as opposed to refusing to knock down an ugly rumor that Reince Priebus knows is not true. Are you seeing how ugly this is getting? It's getting out of control. Comey wasn't the only one that was talking about how this couldn't possibly be the case. My God, it couldn't possibly be the case. General Michael Hayden, former director of the CIA and the NSA, said that with what happened on the weekend with these tweets, you're going to have an awful lot of population of CIA and FBI that at battle stations now, pushing back at the administration for no other reason but to defend themselves against a president who has accused them of a felony. All right, so that's pretty serious words. Pretty serious. But there are some other problems here. There's some other people that are talking. Former Attorney General Michael Mukasey said that President Trump is likely correct there was surveillance in Trump Tower for intelligence purposes, but incorrect in accusing former President Barack Obama of ordering the wiretapping.
Have the audio.
I think he's right. Well, let's see. Mukasey speaks. He told ABC this week. Here's what he had to say.
If a wiretap did exist, it would have to have been approved by a FISA court based on real evidence. So if there was a wiretap, does it mean there were suspicious things going on between the Trump administration and the Russians?
It means there was some basis to believe that somebody in Trump Tower may have been acting as an agent of the Russians for whatever purpose, not necessarily the election, but for some purpose. And the FBI keeps track of people who act as agents of foreign governments. They keep track of people who act as agents of the Chinese, the Russians, the Israelis, everybody.
Now, that was something that he said regarding the possibility of why there would be a wiretap. Okay, well, that's going to be easy. All Donald Trump has to do is find out which registered agent was working in Trump Tower on behalf of the Trump campaign for president. But what if there isn't anyone? Mukasey said that he believes that Trump is right. There was surveillance and that it was conducted at the behest of the Attorney General at the Justice Department, not on behalf of the Obama administration or President Obama himself. There was this other story that said President Obama would never, ever interfere on any FBI investigations whatsoever. So the possibility that the president would order a wiretap was out of the question, which immediately made me want to ask, I'm sorry, Mr. President, what did you tell James Comey about the investigation into Hillary Clinton's server? I'm sorry, what was that? You didn't say anything to him at all? Who was running the DOJ at the time? Why, that's Loretta Lynch. You think Loretta Lynch might order a wiretap of what's going on in Trump Tower? Well, she certainly wouldn't do it on her own. She'd have to go to the FISA court. On June 28th of 2016, Bill Clinton secretly met with Obama Attorney General Loretta Lynch at the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. A week later, FBI Director James Comey laid out in a press conference the many scandalous activities taken by Hillary Clinton while she was President Obama's Secretary of State, and then said these famous words: "Our judgment is that no reasonable prosecutor would bring such a case." We now know the meeting between Bill Clinton and Attorney General Lynch occurred about the same time the Obama administration filed a request with the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court to monitor communications involving Donald Trump and several advisors. That request was uncharacteristically denied. Now we go fast forward to October 2016. WikiLeaks begins to release emails of Clinton campaign chair John Podesta, rolling out batches every day until the election, creating new mini scandals. These emails were virtually ignored by the mainstream media, who were in the bag for Democrat Hillary Clinton, but were spread widely by websites that chose to share the truth, like this one. By the way, we are getting this from Gateway Pundit. Now that explains the bias to the right. Okay? You know where the bias is on the Wells Report because we tell you. You don't have to guess. Listen to this. At the same time, the Obama administration submitted a new, narrow request to the FISA court, now focused on a computer server in Trump Tower, suspected of links to Russian banks. No evidence is found, but wiretaps continued ostensibly for national security reasons, Andrew McCarthy at National Review later reported. The Obama administration was monitoring an opposing presidential campaign using high-tech surveillance powers of the Federal Intelligence Services. Why, that's what we call your smoking gun. So now, who looks stupid? So we got a smoking gun. Who looks stupid? Well, there's Loretta Lynch, who looks stupid. Michael Hayden looks stupid. Jim Comey looks stupid. President Obama looks stupid. Loretta Lynch looks stupid. Isn't that strange? All those people coming together to discredit Donald Trump when we have paperwork from the FISA court. Oops. So is Donald Trump nuts? He says, by the way, President Obama was listening and wiretapping Trump Tower. Doesn't look like it to me. How's it look to you? This is the Wells Report.
You know, if you see a huge group of people and they're all in line waiting to do something and they're all happy about it, don't you wonder, okay, what's going on? What am I missing here? What are these people excited about? In this case, it's thousands of people doing the same thing. They're joining MediShare. MediShare members share each other's medical expenses. It's that simple. It's growing like crazy because it works. Think about it. You don't have to deal with health insurance companies anymore or government health insurance. Instead, you're part of something you believe in. You're part of a community of people supporting each other, and you can save so much money. This could be the answer you're looking for, and it may be one of those things you start doing and then wonder, why didn't I look into this a long time ago? Find out more. Don't miss out. Call 844-41-BIBLE. Now, it's available everywhere but Montana. 844-41-BIBLE. That's 844-41-BIBLE.
Hi, I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning. Well, it's that time of year again. The AC business is slow, so here come the crazy gimmicks. Right now, you'll hear the warehouse clearance guy, the free furnace guy, and my personal favorite, the guy who says he'll work for no profit. Because come on, that's just ridiculous. Well, guess who's not going to insult your intelligence with silly gimmicks? Reliant Air Conditioning. We've partnered with your utility provider to offer real instant rebates, up to $1,500 off qualifying systems. When you combine that with up to $3,500 off with Carrier's Cool Cash, you can save over $5,000 on a brand new AC system that can cut your electric bill in half. So call the crazy gimmick guys and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, and you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Our number is 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-968-7437 or online at ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head dealing with monthly payments, there's a powerful secret that credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $5,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to virtually eliminate your credit card debt and make your monthly payment affordable. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-700-3515. Don't declare bankruptcy. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. Credit Associates. Live better debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-700-3515. That's 1-800-700-3515.
Consult your tax professional before investing. Let me ask you a question. Can you keep your 401k or IRA safe from the death of the dollar, continued rampant Fed spending, political corruption, and from the possible new Cold War with Russia? If you answered no, then listen up. Fortunes are going to be made and lost over the next few months. It's time you took action. Over 50,000 people have requested our Gold IRA investment guide to learn how to protect their retirement savings. Now it's your turn. We are Advantage Gold, the #1 rated gold IRA company in America by TrustLink. Right now, we are giving away a free copy of our new Gold IRA protection guide to anyone with an IRA, 401k, or retirement account that is over the age of 55. Just call 1-800-900-8000 right now, and we will help teach you how to keep your retirement savings away from the government and safe in your pocket. Just call today at 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Representatives are standing by. Call 800-900-8000 today.
Ever had buyer's regret? A pair of shoes you didn't really need, electronics obsolete before you even plug them in, or tens of thousands of dollars of timeshare regret. That's what you get when you're stuck with a timeshare agreement you don't want anymore. We're the timeshare exit attorneys, the leaders in helping folks get out of timeshares and erasing regret. See if you qualify. For valuable free information, call 1-800-500-1967. Maybe you made an impulse buy that has become a financial burden you can no longer afford. Maybe you don't use the timeshare enough to make it worthwhile. Maybe you were pressured by a timeshare salesperson into making a bad decision. Now you want out because your timeshare isn't a fun escape. It's a waste of your money. With decades of experience, we're your #1 trusted option with fast, professional service. No middlemen, no cutting corners, no more timeshare regret. See if you qualify. For valuable free information, call 1-800-500-1967. That's 1-800-500-1967.
Dallas, Fort Worth's home for stimulating talk. 660 AM, The Answer. Now, the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. And so, there are people who believe that Donald Trump is right, that he was being monitored in Trump Tower. There's a FISA warrant, apparently, that dictates the terms of that surveillance. Why was that FISA court warrant, why was that warrant approved? Who's investigating Donald Trump? For what? In order for a warrant, you have to have probable cause. You have to describe what's being searched for and where. You don't get to just start monitoring people's phone calls, not even Donald Trump's. So why are all these federal agencies investigating Donald Trump? We know the IRS is, or was, or is. What about the FBI? What's the DOJ interested for? Why is the DOJ asking for a FISA court warrant under any circumstances on a guy running for president who happens to be from the opposite party? That's your smoking gun right there. That's your smoking gun right there. Don't have to go any further. But this is going to go further. There are going to be people in prison over this. Well, no, I better not say that. Hillary Clinton gets caught with a insecure server with national secrets on it, above top secret. What happens to her? Nothing.
Not enough evidence.
James Comey, there's plenty of evidence. They got all the evidence they need, Magic. They got all the evidence they need. Open and shut case. Just existing stuff lying around on the floor, open and shut case. I know what all this is about now. This is all misdirection. We're going to throw as much smoke and fire and fury and thunder into the air as we possibly can, and we're going to hope that nobody starts reading behind all of that and says, Excuse me, what's that what's that FISA warrant for anyway? And what are you doing issuing a FISA warrant when against somebody who's running for president? Where was James Comey when he's saying, gosh, you know what? I don't want to get the FBI involved in somebody's candidacy for president. Remember that? That was supposedly the reason why he didn't want to do anything with the case. And yet there's a FISA warrant out against Donald Trump? Seriously? So what do we know? What do we know right now? Not enough, but we know some. James Comey is a politician. He's not an FBI director. He's a politician. He's been playing politics from the get-go. Fine, you get a pass for Hillary Clinton. Makes sense, got it. But now I know why you're going to the DOJ asking them to stop this ridiculous rumor that we were monitoring Donald Trump. Because there's a FISA warrant monitoring Donald Trump from the DOJ. You're still trying to cover for Loretta Lynch, aren't you? Loretta, why'd you ask for a FISA warrant that was turned down? Then you asked for another one that wasn't turned down. Why? Who was the judge that granted the FISA warrant? He might be your cellmate. Big, huge, terrible trouble. Big, huge, terrible trouble. And we're on the leading edge. This is the Wells Report on 660 AM The Answer.
Hi, everybody. Dennis Gibbs here. You know, the boat guy. Talking about boats, boating, lakes, marinas, and, well, if it floats, we talk about it. The advice we give is the best you will ever hear. They call it expert advice. Between myself, Boating Royalty, Lake Level Ginger, and Brother Strick, you hear only intelligent talk. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. on 660 AM The Answer, the Big Boat and Outdoor Show brought to you by DallasBoatsForSale.com.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business, so make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-827-5948 now. That's 800-827-5948 for your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-827-5948 to learn more. 800-827-5948. That's 800-827-5948. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
What's the scariest thing about going to the dentist? Opening your mouth or opening your wallet? Because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance to help, you should give Physicians Mutual Insurance Company a call. 1-800-500-0898. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps pay for checkups right away. So you can call today and get your teeth cleaned tomorrow. Plus, it helps cover the more expensive procedures you might need down the road. Fillings, crowns, bridges, even costly dentures. There's no deductible and no annual maximum. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no networks, so you can choose any dentist you'd like. That's right, any dentist you want. Call and we'll rush you a free information kit with all the details. 1-800-500-0898. That's 1-800-500-0898. 1-800-500-0898.
1-800-500-0898.
Oh, look at this traffic. We'll never catch our flight.
Relax. We'll use valet parking at the terminal.
Valet? That's expensive. Did you get a raise?
No, got a refi on my car loan with EECU Credit Union. You can get one too. Call EECU at 800-396-1414. They'll beat your current APR by 2% and lower your payment.
2%? Heck, with that kind of money, I could take my wife to that Italian restaurant she likes, and I wouldn't have to ride with you anymore.
Very funny. I was paying 5% APR. They took me down to 3% APR. Plus, I got up to 90 days to make my first payment. Man, it was fast and easy.
So tell me again, how do I refi my car loan with EECU?
Just call 800-396-1414 or visit eecu.org/theanswer. Tell them your current APR. As long as you've had your loan at least 90 days, they'll beat it by 2%.
Can't beat that.
Yeah, but hurry. It's a limited time offer. Call 800-396-1414 or visit eecu.org/theanswer.
Subject to credit approval. Membership required. Additional terms and conditions apply. Call 800-396-1414 for details.
Do you know what a RIA is? It's a Real Estate Investor Association, and it's where smart people go to obtain wholesale houses, obtain no money, no credit financing, meet local buyers, sellers, and investing partners, and receive local market intelligence and training. Don't buy houses retail. That's ridiculous. And please don't waste your money going to a get-rich-quick seminar from a traveling pitchman. Come network with local Dallas area real estate investors that are just getting started or taking it to the next level. Come join the largest real estate investor network in Texas. We meet on Thursday, March 9th at 6 p.m. at the Dallas Westin Galleria. And you can register to attend for free by calling 800-997-4830. This month's topic is how to buy houses without relying on banks. Call 800-997-4830. Write it down. That's 800-997-4830 to attend any of our upcoming meetings and receive a valuable Texas real estate training program for free. Brought to you by the Dallas Real Estate Investment Association.
Compassion International presents the Rock and Worship Roadshow featuring Stephen Curtis Chapman. Sunday, March 26th, 6 p.m. at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, along with Francesca Battistelli, Ren Collective, Passion, Family Force 5, Jordan Feliz, and the Roadshow's pre-show party with Derek Miner and Urban Rescue. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com and the AAC box office. Welcomed by 94.9 KLTY. More info at theroadshowtour.com. Learn a little something at the start of your day. The Mark Davis Show. Mornings 7 to 10 on 660 AM. The Answer. The Wells Report with John David Wells. Must hear radio on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Over the weekend, Donald Trump says, hey, President Obama bugged me at Trump Tower. According to Michael Hayden, former CIA and former NSA director, well, that puts everybody at battle stations at all of the intelligence agencies around the American government. James Comey, incredulous that this would have happened, and asks the DOJ, the Department of Justice, to please squash this ugly rumor from the President of the United States that people in the intelligence agencies around America and the FISA court committed a felony, at least one. So far, the DOJ hasn't said yes to James Comey's request, which means they're looking at it. This is bad. This is really bad. President Obama didn't have anything to do with this, but what about Loretta Lynch? Who's responsible for asking for that FISA warrant? And then asking for another one. There had better be probable cause. They better be able to name it. If there's an agent inside Trump Tower who is a Russian agent registered with the United States government, it's going to be a simple thing to find out who that is. If there isn't somebody in there, Loretta Lynch might be going to jail, along with the FISA judge that said okay on the warrant. The anti-Trump press is going just absolutely going apoplectic. The claim's unsupported. It's not true. There's no... This is what happens when the end justifies the means. Those idiot Republicans have put Donald Trump up. My God. We've got to destroy him. We've got to do everything we can to destroy him. It's bigger than the law. It's for the United States. Excuse me, but what about the United States being about laws and a nation of laws? Oh, shut up! Trying to save the nation. Trying to save the nation by destroying it. Right. Loretta Lynch needs to get a lawyer, a real good one. James Comey, probably not, but he needs to quit. He needs to quit right this very moment. Michael Hayden, Michael, I hope you enjoy that retirement of yours. If you're lucky, you'll be able to keep it. What about the FISA court? If the FISA court had been abused by the Obama administration, how long do you think the FISA court's going to be in existence? And if the FISA court has been corrupted, how can you and I trust a court that operates completely in secret with evidence that no one gets to see because it's classified? That operates mostly in the dark. Can you name a FISA judge? Vicky, can you name a FISA judge? Magic? No, I can't. Former White House officials are strongly refuting President Donald Trump's stunning allegation that his predecessor, Barack Obama, wiretapped his phones at Trump Tower ahead of the 2016 elections. It's the Obama administration. Barack Obama didn't know anything about it. He read about it in the newspaper, just like you, remember? I read about this in the newspaper. I read about this as soon as CNN dropped it on my desk yesterday, 6 minutes ago on CNN. A cardinal rule of the Obama administration was no White House official ever interfered with any independent investigation led by the Department of Justice. Hillary Clinton's server ring a bell? Anybody? Hello? Somebody sure as hell interfered with that one. James Comey? Mukasey said it's probably true. It probably is. Michael Goodwin, columnist for the New York Post. Here's a Russian story. Here a Russian story, there a Russian story, everywhere a Russian story, all based on leaks from anonymous sources. You don't have to be a spook to spot the plan to destroy Donald Trump by putting him in a bear hug. To judge by their scattershot approach, the conspirators are fishing for a bombshell. The fallback goal is to inflict death by 1,000 cuts. Already they've gotten one scalp and part of another. Michael Flynn is gone. Attorney General Jeff Sessions is wounded. Each made a mistake that obscured a larger truth. Someone in the government has been spying on the Trump team and giving top secret information to the anti-Trump media. The president is many things, but dumb he is not. He recognized the stakes, so Saturday he struck back in a way that dramatically upped the ante in the war over his presidency. Mainstream media, of course, saying the president is absolutely innocent of any of these ridiculous things. Why, President Donald Trump has just completely lost his mind. Obama would wiretap somebody in the Trump Tower. The original text of the original tweet, terrible. Just found out that Obama had my wires tapped in Trump Tower before the victory. Nothing found. This is McCarthyism. He next tweeted, is it legal for a sitting president to be wiretapping a race for president prior to an election? Turned down by a court earlier. A new low. I'll bet a good lawyer could make a great case out of the fact that President Obama was tapping my phones in October just prior to the election. How low has President Obama gone to tap my phones during the very sacred election process? This is Nixon Watergate. Bad guy. According to Gateway Pundit, it's now being reported to the press as Obamagate. It's not unfounded that former President Obama would wiretap. This is because he's done it before. Here's a list of individuals who were wiretapped by the Obama administration. U.S. National Security Agency bugged a private climate change strategy meeting between UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon and German Chancellor Angela Merkel in Berlin. Obama bugged the chief of staff, the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, for a long-term interception targeting his Swiss phone. Obama singled out the director of the Rules Division of the World Trade Organization, Johann Human, and targeted his Swiss phone for long-term interception. Remember Angela Merkel's phone being wiretapped by the Obama administration? The Obama administration stole sensitive Italian diplomatic cables, detailing how Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu implored Italy's Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi to help patch up his relationship with U.S. President Barack Obama, who was refusing to talk to Netanyahu. Obama administration intercepted top EU and Japanese trade ministers discussing their secret strategy and red lines to stop the U.S. extorting them at the WTO Doha. The talk subsequently collapsed. World Trade Organization. Obama explicitly targeted 5 other top EU economic officials for long-term interception, including their French, Austrian, Belgian phone numbers. Obama explicitly targeted the phones of Italy's ambassador to NATO and other top Italian officials for long-term interception. Obama intercepted details of a critical private meeting between then-President Nicolas Sarkozy, Merkel, and Berlusconi, where the latter was told the Italian banking system was ready to pop like a cork. In addition to the above lists, we also know that Obama wiretapped various individuals in the U.S. media who were reporting information not flattering to the Obama administration. Obama's Justice Department targeted journalists with wiretaps in 2013. Washington Post expressed outrage after the revelation the Justice Department investigated news-gathering activities at Fox News, including James Rosen and his family, part of an investigation into government officials anonymously leaking information to journalists. In 2013, the members of the Associated Press were the target of surveillance. The ultra-liberal New Yorker even noted that in moderate and liberal circles, at least, the phone record scandal, partly because it involves dear old AP and partly because it raises anew the specter of Big Brother, may well present the most serious threat to Obama's reputation. Reporter Cheryl Atkinson. In 2014, her personal computer and CBS laptop were hacked after she began filing stories about Benghazi that were unflattering to the Obama administration. They were watching that story like a hawk. A source who checked her laptop said the hacker used spyware proprietary to a government agency, according to the New York Post. WikiLeaks tweeted overnight, the Obama administration spied on their journalists as well as WikiLeaks. I don't care. As far as WikiLeaks are concerned, if somebody's spying on their journalists, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Did Obama spy on real Donald Trump's campaign? Here's proof the administration spied on our journalists. If you want to see it, you can see it. The end justifies the means, my friends. The biggest threat to the republic isn't socialism or leftist progressive Marxism, good old-fashioned Soviet-style communism in the case of Bernie Sanders. That's not the biggest threat to the nation. The biggest threat to the nation is Donald Trump kicking over all of the power cans, all of the ants running out, crazily and confused and in chaos. Donald Trump flushing out all of the enemies of the state. Heavy names too, huh? So when you work in the Obama administration and you allow the IRS to go after your political opponents, you cross the Rubicon. It's a much easier decision to go ahead and just say, well, let's just wiretap. There's a FISA court warrant that was approved that monitors at least a server in Trump Tower. Was there wiretapping that went with it? Gateway Pundit says yes. So when you and I, we the people of the United States, you know, the people at the beginning of the Constitution, we're talking about how the U.S. government was running away from that Constitution and felt that the constraints were just too much. I, on this microphone, said if the constraints are too much, if your agency cannot function because of the constraints in the Constitution, you need to quit, and we need to get rid of your agency. Because the Constitution is the deal. You don't get to ignore the Constitution. My friends on the left, you don't get to ignore the laws. If you don't like the laws, change them in the government. That's what the government's for. But all the things that I've been saying behind this microphone since 9/11, since buildings were knocked down, since 3,000 of us died, since we discovered that the American media was creating this candy cane world where everything Democrat is wonderful and joyous and everything Republican is bad and evil. All of this concocted garbage that we've been swallowing ever since. Everything that I've said that's wrong. All these chickens are coming home to roost right in front of us. Do I take satisfaction that I was right most of the time? No. Why? Because we're watching people destroy the United States of America. People that we're supposed to and swore an oath to protect and defend it. This is the Wells Report.
This is Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, and I'd like to invite you to join me for our talk show every Sunday morning. We're actually trying to convert the world to organics. We talk about the natural organic program for farming, ranching, gardening, and pest control. Also, a lot of talk about health issues for animals and people. Hope you can join us for all the fun.
Make sure to tune in to Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, every Sunday morning from 8 to 11 a.m. right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
You need a plan as you get closer to retirement, a plan that will take you from where you are now to the retirement you've always dreamed about. The first step on that path is to tune into Wealth Smart, Saturdays at 9 a.m. Your host is Reed Johnson, president of Lake Point Advisory Group. You only retire once, but Reed helps people retire every day. Don't miss Wealth Smart every Saturday at 9 a.m. or visit us at lakepointadvisorygroup.com for information on our free area stake dinner seminars and start working on your dream retirement now.
You know, I'm not a genius about money. I love my credit cards, and they love me. I was using them as a source of income, and then I got behind in my payments, and creditors were calling. I figured I had a problem, and I didn't know how to deal with it. I heard about Trinity, so I called and talked to a counselor. In half an hour, we worked out a plan. Now I've got one easy monthly payment, a lower interest rate, and I'm getting out of debt.
If you're in an endless cycle of paying on credit card balances that never seem to go away, then get ready for a toll-free number that will put you on a path to financial recovery. Trinity will consolidate your accounts, put a stop to late fees and over-limit charges, reduce your interest, and possibly improve your credit score. You'll save thousands. If your debt has you down, we should talk. Call 1-800-936-5348. That's 1-800-936-5348. Call 1-800-936-5348.
Here's microbiologist Dr. Kim O'Neill talking about balance of nature.
Scientific research has shown that many cancers and lifestyle diseases can be prevented with a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. This prevention comes from the phytochemicals in the plants. They fight against oxidants that damage the cell's DNA, causing mutations that lead to disease. I don't take any supplementation, but I take Balance of Nature because I've seen it in my lab. I've seen the immune response increase. I've seen your DNA repair capacity increase, and I've seen DNA protection, and I know that it works.
Balance of Nature is providing you the best offer they've ever given. 2 free months of fruits and veggies and free shipping. Call now for details. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code 660AM.
And now I will tell you about something medically that works. How was that for an intro? I'm about to say it because I never really thought I would. I took Relief Factor as the first pain reliever I would ever endorse because of how it worked for my wife and my colleague Hugh Hewitt. Well, now I can tell you that this thing is just short of some sort of miracle. See, I had an ongoing pain, not terrible, just a pain. I simply assumed I would just live with it. Then I got some knee pain as a result of some of my workouts. So I decided I would take it for the knee pain. And now both are gone. That's why I think of this as sort of a miracle drug. ReliefFactor.com. All I ask is that you visit their website and then you decide whether or not you try it out. Clearly, it can't help everybody. There is no such thing. But it certainly helps a lot of people. And now I can include me as one of them. So go to ReliefFactor.com.
660 AM The Answer is looking to hire a new salesperson. The person we're searching for is passionate about our radio station and our values. They must also have a proven track record of sales success. We aren't looking for just anyone. We are looking for unquestionable character, professionalism, and integrity. We are a strong employee-focused company offering top compensation, benefits, bonuses, and a long-term stable future at one of the best radio stations in America. To apply, go to 660amtheanswer.com and click on About Us. Thank you.
A CNN original series.
Stop doubting and believe.
An epic saga from the dawn of history.
Behold, the man.
A miraculous journey that changed the world.
I will lay down my life for you. Whoever lives by believing in me will never die.
The greatest story ever told.
I believe you are the Son of God.
Finding Jesus. New season Sundays at 9 Eastern and Pacific on CNN.
Listen to us live on iHeartRadio, 660 AM. The Answer. The Wells Report is on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Telephone number 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. There comes a time when rhetorical games just won't cover it. Somebody was saying that somebody who is a President Obama supporter said that he reacted to a note from somebody that said Trump has seen more hatred than any other president. Isaac said, no, that's not true. I've seen worse. No, you haven't seen worse. No one has seen worse. No one has seen this kind of epic, concerted, conspiratorial action against a president ever. This is as close as we've ever gotten to an out-of-control government doing something irredeemable. The question is, what's next? The good news, we won't have to wait long. This is the Wells Report.
Tune in Sundays at noon for the Lifestyles Unlimited Justices of the successful real estate investor. We bring you experts to answer your questions on how to use real estate to build wealth and passive realized monthly income, and teach you the ins and outs of investing in real estate. So tune in Sundays at noon, right here for the Lifestyle Unlimited Real Estate Investor Radio Show.
Join us for the Real Investor Radio Show right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis from my friends at Good Feet. So the topic is foot pain, but it could be much more than that. Heel pain, hip pain, back pain, knee pain, it's all interconnected. And you get the arch support situation fixed, and you are walking and working and living and traveling pain-free. GoodFeetDFW.com to learn more. GoodFeetDFW.com. Our shoes don't always have the right amount of arch support, so you go to Good Feet, get the arch support, get the inserts to slide into your shoes, and men, women, comfy shoes, athletic shoes, dress shoes, high heels, they all feel so much better. You will love it. You'll live the life you love with the help of Good Feet. GoodFeetDFW.com. GoodFeetDFW.com. They are in Plano. They are in Southlake. They are in Fort Worth. Southlake's open noon to 5 on Sundays. So learn more at GoodFeetDFW.com. GoodFeetDFW.com. 20 years of experience helping your feet feel better. GoodFeetDFW.com. Plano, Fort Worth, Southlake. GoodFeetDFW.com.
I used to love wearing dresses and shorts. Then I started getting spider veins, and even worse, those embarrassing, bulging, varicose veins. For a while, I covered up my legs. But then I discovered Vein Clinics of America.
Vein Clinics of America is the oldest, largest, most experienced vein treatment center in the U.S. And for 35 years, they've been the leading expert in the treatment of vein disease. Using state-of-the-art laser and minimally invasive treatments, they can begin restoring the natural beauty of your legs in as little as an hour with no downtime, and most treatments are covered by your insurance.
My legs look great and feel great. I even love wearing dresses and shorts again.
Make sure your legs look and feel their best for spring. Call now and schedule a free fast-track consultation to find out how you can finally get rid of those embarrassing varicose and spider veins. Space is limited, so call 800-300-3388. That's 800-300-3388. 800-300-3388.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Karen McHugh. The president signs his revised travel ban, but it may still face the same legal challenges as the old one.
This new travel ban makes key changes from an earlier executive order blocked by federal courts by removing Iraq from the list of countries citizens are prohibited from traveling to the U.S. from and exempting green card and current visa holders. And immigrant advocacy groups behind legal challenges to the first order are signaling continued opposition.
Fox's Jared Halper and opponents wasting no time protesting the revised executive order.
Mr. Trump, history has its eye on you. And you know what, Mr. Trump? America is at its best when we are building bridges of opportunity and not walls of distrust.
Democratic Party Chair Tom Perez outside the White House. Robert Osborne, film historian and host of cable TV's Turner Classic Movies, has died. He was 84. Fox News, we report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer.
Acme Home Insurance.
Yes, I'd like to make a claim.
What are you wanting to claim, sir?
My water heater broke down.
Sorry, but your homeowner's insurance doesn't cover water heater breakdowns.
So what do you cover?
Home damage from things like earthquakes, volcanoes, a zombie apocalypse.
A zombie apocalypse? But that'll never happen.
But if it did, you'd be covered, sir.
But not my water heater?
I'm afraid not.
But his water heater could have been covered with a home warranty from American Home Shield, plus components of 20 other major home systems and appliances, like his electrical system, plumbing, refrigerator, and more. For valuable free information, call 1-800-700-1134. Home insurance can cover what might happen.
Zombies are coming!
But a home warranty helps cover what will happen.
Now the dryer won't work.
Life happens. Have a plan. Get a home warranty from American Home Shield. For valuable free information, call 1-800-700-1134. That's 1-800-700-1134. 1-800-700-1134.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. I've told you a lot over the years about the life-saving information I've gotten from my friends at Viascan of Las Colinas. I want you to hear another Viascan success story from Chuck.
This is Chuck Prince. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. I had heard your ads about Viascan. We did the full body scan, said you have a mass here that you need to get checked out. Went back and see the doctor, and he said that I had kidney cancer. Did have the surgery. I'm now 5 years cancer-free. I owe it all to Viascan for finding that.
Isn't that great? And this is what I've had happen to me at Viascan of Las Colinas. I learn a lot. I stay healthier longer. Viascan of Las Colinas with the following great deal: heart scan and body scan, $695. It's thousands at local hospitals. $695 for a heart scan that'll see plaques and blockages in your heart, and a body scan that'll see if you got any little cancer setting up shop in places you don't want. 972-739-2840, 972-739-2840, or just Google Viascan.
Ever had buyer's regret? A pair of shoes you didn't really need, electronics obsolete before you even plug them in, or tens of thousands of dollars of timeshare regret? That's what you get when you're stuck with a timeshare agreement you don't want anymore. We're the timeshare exit attorneys, the leaders in helping folks get out of timeshares and erasing regret. See if you qualify. For valuable free information, call 1-800-500-1967. Maybe you made an impulse buy that has become a financial burden you can no longer afford. Maybe you don't use the timeshare enough to make it worthwhile. Maybe you were pressured by a timeshare salesperson into making a bad decision. Now you want out because your timeshare isn't a fun escape. It's a waste of your money. With decades of experience, we're your #1 trusted option with fast, professional service. No middlemen, no cutting corners, no more timeshare regret. See if you qualify. For valuable free information, call 1-800-500-1967. That's 1-800-500-1967.
Ready and reliable, anytime, night or day. When your plumbing's got problems or your drains are clogged, that's when you need AAA. You go to AAA-auger.com.
Is your water heater tired from the winter? With the increased load on heaters during colder seasons, minerals and sediments accumulate at a much faster rate in the tank itself. Flushing your water heater now will go a long way in maximizing the life of your tank. So for a limited time only, Reliable Red and his crew of professionally licensed plumbers are offering a residential water heater flush service for only $67.50. So call AAA Auger Plumbing Services 24/7 at 877-999-1979. That's 877-999-1979. If you need a plumber fast, call AAA Auger Plumbing Services. Some restrictions may apply. License N37445.
When your plumbing's got problems or your drains are clogged, go to AAA-auger.com.
Do you know what a RIA is? It's a Real Estate Investor Association, and it's where smart people go to obtain wholesale houses, obtain no money, no credit financing, meet local buyers, sellers, and investing partners, and receive local market intelligence and training. Don't buy houses retail. That's ridiculous. And please don't waste your money going to a get-rich-quick seminar from a traveling pitchman. Come network with local Dallas area real estate investors that are just getting started or taking it to the next level. Come join the largest real estate investor network in Texas. We meet on Thursday, March 9th at 6 p.m. at the Dallas Westin Galleria. And you can register to attend for free by calling 800-997-4830. This month's topic is how to buy houses without relying on banks. Call 800-997-4830. Write it down. That's 800-997-4830 to attend any of our upcoming meetings and receive a valuable Texas real estate training program for free. Brought to you by the Dallas Real Estate Investment Association.
If you've been mattress shopping lately, then you know the stores around here are all pretty much the same, with the same mix of brands and models, not to mention all the confusing pricing. There's one mattress store in town that's very different. It's Sovereign European Sleep Systems. Designed for deeper, more restful sleep, custom tailored for a vastly more comfortable fit, not a one-size-fits-all. Superior comfort and durability with made-in-America prices. Sovereign European Sleep Systems in Dallas and Southlake. Learn more at SOVN.com.
This is 660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. There's big trouble here. I have other things to talk about, But there's big trouble here. Our nation is in big trouble here. Arguably, this trouble goes all the way back to the spasms of incredulity and fear and hatred and anger and emotion following the death of 3,000, the 9/11 attacks. From all of that darkness came the Patriot Act. Reviled by conservatives, believing that it was a step towards government oppression. Welcomed by law enforcement, saying, finally, we have the power we need to be able to actually protect this nation. Cautiously reported by a mainstream media that really didn't know what to make of it because a Republican was in office. Fast forward to 2008, 2009. All that power taken away from law enforcement and put in the hands of political operatives. Political operatives disguised as IRS agents, FBI agents, NSA agents, CIA agents. Everything that could have been corrupted by politics was corrupted by politics. And now has-been directors of these once proud agencies are scrambling, trying to figure out how they can keep the shreds of the legend alive, that they weren't political animals, that they weren't making political decisions. That they were true to their oaths somehow. And now the fight is on for the hearts and minds of we, the people of the United States. Who is going to be the champion that comes out this time on top? Is it going to be the populist president who with a tweet can change the world? Or will it be the running for cover government, deep, dark government? The deep state. Who's going to win? Well, it depends on who you believe. But how will you know who to believe? How will you know? Well, probably what you'll do is you'll probably listen to the news. And you'll probably try to make your decision based on what you learn there. But the problem is, who's reporting the news? The mainstream media is not reporting the news. The mainstream media is part of the cover-up. No, it's right-wing talk radio that you got to believe, or do you? Have stupid things been said on right-wing talk radio? Absolutely. Have they been said on this microphone? Not very often. Occasionally. We make mistakes. Not too damn many, but we make a few. But then we've been on the air for 16 years. You're going to make a few. But not on this one. We call this one right down the line, every step of the way. For nearly 2 decades, we've been pointing out that this is a problem. That this could lead to this, and it did. And then that could lead to this again, and then it did. And that leads to now, and it has. However, this is one point of pride that I don't take pride in. How could you? I've been at this microphone praying that I was wrong. Not so frickin' much, huh? I'm not the director of the FBI. I'm not the director of the CIA or NSA. I'm a Texas State Guardsman. But I raised my right hand, and I swore before God to protect this country and Texas from all enemies, foreign or domestic. And I meant it. What did they mean when they said those same words? Nothing. They meant nothing. You see, it's a means to an end. Let's go back and take a look at how it happened. It started with the Patriot Act. The people who came up with it, well, they were trying to do something that was going to protect the country. But there were those of us who suddenly noticed that, gosh, you know what? We weren't arresting terrorists with the Patriot Act. We were arresting county commissioners in Clark County, Nevada, because they thought suddenly they were smarter to have these offshore accounts with all kinds of money in them, and they're all in jail to this day. Still. But that's not what the Patriot Act was for. That's the FBI's government corruption unit. That's what that's for. But how did they get all that information? Well, because the Patriot Act made it possible to start monitoring everybody's conversations. And if you've got an offshore account, you've got to talk to somebody offshore. And if you're the FBI and you're looking for how these terrorist organizations fund themselves, maybe it's in an offshore account, and maybe that's how you catch the Clark County Commission. But it was a problem. It was only a matter of time before someone who decided that the power of the Patriot Act should be shifted from law enforcement to politicians. And that's what happened. All you got to do is find someone like Eric Holder. All you got to do is elect someone like President Obama. All you got to do is have people running the other agencies that can look at the Patriot Act and say, no, I'm doing the right thing. Is that because they're not really as smart as people think they are? Maybe the intelligence community is a name that describes more of what they seek than what they possess. But anyway, they can rationalize that what they're doing is fine, even though it's coming out of a political sewer. They can say, well, we're above the stench because, well, we're just the intelligence community. And then, holy crap, Trump shows up. Who the hell is this guy? Don't worry about it. The Republican Party will take care of it. Everything will go along fine. The fix is in. Don't fret. WikiLeaks. Oh my God, WikiLeaks. Edward Snowden. Hero or traitor? Mainstream media suddenly has more stories than they can refute. But they try. First losing their credibility and then just flat falling face first into the giant sewer of propaganda, which closed out the 2016 presidential election. But in between then and 2008 was a president, leftist progressive, socialist, who knew the key to being able to take over, put a government in place that told Americans what to do instead of the other way around, was to first get a hold of their health care. And he tried. Came that close. Almost did it. By golly, if Hillary had been elected. But the deep state made a mistake. They didn't pacify / render useless we, the people of the United States. Couldn't figure out how to fix the election, even though they tried. Where did those 3 million extra votes come from for Hillary Clinton? And how come they didn't come in the right places to be able to bring an electoral college victory to Hillary Clinton? Oh, yeah, people point out the fact that there are 3 million votes that nobody can explain, but it's not election fraud. Maybe I'm just stupid. But I could sure see how President Obama got elected. I just couldn't see how he got reelected. So maybe it was just a case that so many people could look the other way when they're screwing over the American voters by replacing real ones with fraudulent ones. Maybe that's okay because, well, it's President Obama and, you know, history making. Come on, we can be on the wave of history. It can't be that bad. But I pointed out, gosh, you know, after 8 years of leftist progressivism, look at the riots in the streets and the chaos and the nuttiness from the American left having a temper tantrum day after day after day because Donald Trump won and Hillary didn't. I said, what would have happened if Hillary had won and then we elected Trump in 2024? We wouldn't have elected Trump in 2024. There wouldn't have been an election in 2024. There wouldn't need to be. Because everything was just perfect the way it was. There's more. This is the Wells Report.
Hugh Hewitt has a suggestion to fill the National Security Advisor position.
Can we just appoint John Bolton as the National Security Advisor, Mr. President? Can we just do that? You don't like leaks. You do like order. You've got to get information from all the agencies. It's got to be handled fairly by competent people who understand the way the world works. Can we just please move to Ambassador Bolton?
The Hugh Hewitt Show, weekday mornings at 5, right before Mark Davis at 7 on 660 AM. The Answer.
This is Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, and I'd like to invite you to join me for our talk show every Sunday morning. We're actually trying to convert the world to organics. We talk about the natural organic program for farming, ranching, gardening, and pest control. Also, a lot of talk about health issues for animals and people. Hope you can join us for all the fun.
Make sure to tune in to Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, every Sunday morning from 8 to 11 a.m. right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Hey, if you need to sell your home without all the headaches most people experience, hey, Sean Hannity here to tell you that after years of buying, selling, investing millions of dollars in real estate, that all real estate agents do not operate the same way. Now, what makes the difference between a home selling fast and for top dollar and one that sits on the market for months and doesn't even sell at all? Well, you have a great American right in your backyard that I trust if I needed to sell my home. I'm talking about Josh Deshong of Josh Deshong Real Estate at Keller Williams. He services the entire Dallas area, attracts hundreds of buyers every week. He sells a home on average every 20 hours. Now, Josh spends thousands of dollars every month and creates demand for your home, which makes it sell faster and for more money. Now, you risk nothing since at any point, if you're not happy, well, you can get out of the contract free and clear and pay nothing. But trust me, that's not going to happen. Don't play games with your home. Call Josh now at 972-325-6644. That's 972-325-6644 or online, getsold.net. That's getsold.net. And you can start packing.
What's the scariest thing about going to the dentist? Opening your mouth or opening your wallet? Because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance to help, you should give Physicians Mutual Insurance Company a call. 1-800-500-0898. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps pay for checkups right away. So you can call today and get your teeth cleaned tomorrow. Plus, it helps cover the more expensive procedures you might need down the road. Fillings, crowns, bridges, even costly dentures. There's no deductible and no annual maximum. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no networks, so you can choose any dentist you'd like. That's right, any dentist you want. Call and we'll rush you a free information kit with all the details. 1-800-500-0898. That's 1-800-500-0898. 1-800-500-0898.
Hi, I'm Carl Deichler, the CEO of Beachbody, and I'm here to tell you about an amazing new way you can start losing weight for free right now. You've probably seen our workout DVDs on TV like P90X, Insanity, and 21 Day Fix. We just launched a beta trial of our new digital video platform, Beachbody On Demand. So while we're testing out this new digital video service, I'm inviting you to use it for free for 30 days. That means you can lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, even 30 pounds without paying a dime. Text the word trial to 303030 and you can do 30 days of P90X, Insanity, or any of over 400 workouts for free. Now here's the catch. In return, all I ask is you let us know what you think of the service so we can make Beachbody On Demand the best fitness and weight loss site ever created. Just text trial to 303030 and get started for free right now. Again, text trial to 303030.
Message and data rates may apply. Membership fees apply after 30-day free trial. Cancel anytime.
If you're worried about how the market's going to respond in these first 100 days of new leadership, you're not alone. Even the best experts can't predict what's going to happen in the coming year. So be smart and have a plan. Go to SaveProfitPlan.com to start your plan. Bill Bullis with Profits Run has developed a plan on how you can profit now. Go to SaveProfitPlan.com to learn how to make a little extra money each week. Trading involves risk of loss and is not appropriate for everyone. Go to SaveProfitPlan.com for more information.
At Simple Sleep Services, our team of doctors are experts in providing the least invasive treatment for snoring and sleep apnea. A custom-fit, comfortable solution that you simply pop in before bed each night and wake up feeling refreshed. And it's covered by medical insurance. We are the most experienced team in the nation providing our treatment, and your diagnosis will be from a board-certified sleep physician using today's latest technology. Visit simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. No CPAP, no surgery, no implants, just simple sleep.
660 AM. The Answer. If it's important to you, it's on the Wells Report on 660 AM. The Answer.
The pieces are coming together. The pieces are coming together. I have to be honest with you. When Donald Trump started his campaign, we started seeing the ugly side of American politics. The side of American politics you never see. The part of American politics where the elites pat themselves on the back virtually every day in unseen little parties, private areas, outside non-private areas, and talk about how stupid the proletariat is. That's us. And how easily we're manipulated. Comes the peanut gallery of the mainstream media. I prefer to believe that the mainstream media in this particular part of American history are essentially bewildered, arrogant, useful frickin' idiots. For the true evil behind all of this in the American political scene the leftist progressives. They don't even have a cogent plan. All they want is change. All they want is power. They do not care that the power that they seek has been proven over and over and over again to be failure after failure after failure. President Obama and his leftist ideology longed for the result of the French Revolution, not the American Revolution. But having seen the gilded gates of the Palace of Versailles, Mr. President, I could tell you that you would fit comfortably on either side of that revolution. Of course, on the other side of the revolution, the one that led to the gilded gates of that amazing palace, the end was somewhat different than where we are now. I don't throw the word around loosely. But we may be watching a coup in progress. All the pieces seem to be in place. But that wild card of Donald Trump just keeps playing the right cards at the right moment. Is this republic fighting for its very life? Is our way of life the wager in this razor-sharp game of Hold'em? Are we going to win this time? This is the Wells Report.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. So, how's the Trump presidency working out for everybody so far?
Every presidency gets a first wave of serious reviews after the first 100 days, so we thought we would do that at a great event. And you're invited. Hi, I'm John David Wells, and we want to welcome you to President Trump, the first 100 days.
Brought to you by Southwest Office Systems and 660 AM The Answer, Tuesday night, April 18th, the Eisman Center in Richardson. JD and I welcome our network buddy Mike Gallagher and special guest Senator Ted Cruz.
Tickets start at just $19. Backstage VIP at $135.
Tickets on sale now at 660amtheanswer.com. We'll be looking for you Tuesday, April 18th at the Eisman Center in Richardson.
President Trump, the first 100 days. Join Mark Davis and me, John David Wells, along with Mike Gallagher and Senator Ted Cruz. Get your tickets right now at 660amtheanswer.com.
660 AM The Answer and Southwest Office Systems present President Trump, the first 100 days, made possible by our national tour sponsor, MyPillow. Visit MyPillow.com and type in discount code 100 days to buy the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own.
Attention homeowners, do you or someone you know have a house you'd like to sell? Hello, I'm Dan Franklin. I've been buying and selling real estate right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for over 20 years, and my process is simple. I'll pay you cash, and I'll pay you more. Just listen to what other people are saying after they called me to buy their house.
My name is Brent Patterson. Dan Franklin gave us $30,000 more for our house. Definitely call Dan if you want more money for your house.
I'm Bill Mays. I made an extra $18,000 working with Dan.
My name is Brenda Griffin. Dan Franklin gave us over $15,000 more for our house. Definitely call Dan.
Okay, now it's your turn. Would you like a higher cash offer? I'm Dan Franklin. I'll pay you cash and I'll pay you more. Call me today at 214-929-5555. That's 214-929-5555.
Hi, I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning. Well, it's that time of year again. The AC business is slow, so here come the crazy gimmicks. Right now, you'll hear the warehouse clearance guy, the free furnace guy, and my personal favorite, the guy who says he'll work for no profit. Because come on, that's just ridiculous. Well, guess who's not going to insult your intelligence with silly gimmicks? Reliant Air Conditioning. We've partnered with your utility provider to offer real instant rebates, up to $1,500 off qualifying systems. When you combine that with up to $3,500 off with Carrier's Cool Cash, you can save over $5,000 on a brand new AC system that can cut your electric bill in half. So call the Crazy Gimmick guys and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, and you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Our number's 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-968-7437 or online at ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
Are you a responsible person who finds yourself going deeper and deeper in credit card debt and you're not sure how to fix the problem? Then get ready for a toll-free number that will put you on a path to financial recovery. Trinity Debt Management is a nonprofit organization that will consolidate your accounts into one easy-to-manage monthly payment, put a stop to late fees and over-limit charges, and reduce your interest rates by as much as 60%. You'll save thousands and become debt-free for keeps. It's not a loan. It's a smart way to relieve your stress, meet your obligations, and preserve your self-respect. If your debt has you down, we should talk. Gather up your bills and call this toll-free number for a free, no-obligation debt analysis. 1-800-936-5348. That's 1-800-936-5348. If you're in debt and you need help, call Trinity at 1-800-936-5348.
Heavy rain this morning causing backed up traffic all the way to
Please remove all laptops and
Folks, we're number 9 on the list for takeoff, so settle in, keep those seatbelts fastened.
What fries with that?
Welcome to Westin. Travel can be disruptive to your well-being. That's why at Westin Hotels and Resorts, we have rejuvenating heavenly beds, a nutritious superfoods RX menu, and a workout gear lending program to help you stay in control and rise above it all. Westin, let's rise.
I know I need to earn my MBA if I want to move up. I'm looking for an MBA that offers unique concentrations. I want an online MBA that's top-ranked, established. I care about the school's reputation because I know my future employers will too.
Thinking about earning your MBA? At Northeastern's DeMoore McKim School of Business, we offer a 100% online MBA with 8 concentrations that can help set you apart in today's competitive workforce.
To speak to an enrollment advisor, text INSPIRE to 37913.
660 AM. The Answer. Now, by popular demand, the
do a
Wells
Mark Davis
Report
cross
with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. Mark Davis will be here tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Mark, what have you got planned for us?
Hey, JD, happy Monday. Welcome to the new week. And holy cow, the rodeo is on, isn't it? It's a week of competing narratives. Russia, 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 says one side. Wiretaps, 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 says the other side. So what are we supposed to do here? Here's an idea that strikes me. Look into all of it. And we don't need special prosecutors either. Congressional committees have been looking for sinister Trump-Russia news. Haven't found any. So now let's see if Obama wiretapped Trump, as he has some other targets. Who could be against that? We'll cover the latest. See everybody in the morning. Mark Davis Show, 7 to 10 a.m. for a Tuesday, right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Thanks very much, Mark. I appreciate it. There are three Steve Bannon tweets. We are absolutely positive Obama wiretapped us during the election. We are absolutely not going to reveal our sources and methods for how we discovered it. Not only, listen carefully, not only would it put lives in danger, but it would give up the upper hand we currently have in this situation. Tweet number 2 from Steve Bannon. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of President Trump's first term, you may see multiple people from the Barack Obama administration, if not himself, in federal prison. The level of corruption being uncovered right now will rock the nation. Tweet number 3 from Steve Bannon. We've created a task force to look into the nature of the relationship between Senator Charles Schumer and Russia. I promise the American people we will get to the bottom of this. I'm just looking at all this going, seriously? Jerome Corsi of WorldNet Daily says time for Sessions to convene a grand jury on hashtag ObamaGate wiretaps. Invest and prosecute Comey, Lynch, Obama. Watergate defense won't work. Fox News correspondent James Comey. Fox News correspondent James Rosen appeared on Fox News over the weekend, recalled how the Obama administration labeled him a conspirator and sought legal counsel to rifle through his emails and multiple phone records. Rosen recalled his own personal experience being monitored by the former administration one day after Trump accused Obama of wiretapping his phones at Trump Tower during the 2016 campaign. In 2013, Attorney General Eric Holder of the Obama administration allegedly signed off on an order to tap personal communications of Fox News correspondent James Rosen, designated him a potential criminal, co-conspirator, and a flight risk under the Espionage Act because of the stories that Rosen published on North Korea that supposedly contained sensitive information. Isn't it interesting how Attorney General Eric Holder signed off on an order to tap personal communications and wanted to hold an American journalist as a criminal conspirator and a flight risk under the Espionage Act, but wouldn't lift a finger when Hillary Clinton sent email after email after email with top secret information, not sensitive information, top secret and beyond information on a private server. During a Fox News interview, Rosen distinctly clarified that neither he nor his parents were wiretapped, but that the Obama administration did attempt to access his personal communications. When asked what the administration was attempting to investigate by ordering surveillance on him, Rosen stated that they had launched an investigation into the sources used for his articles on North Korea's nuclear weapons program. He claimed that both Obama and Holder were upset with him for publishing the articles. He also said the surveillance extended to keeping tabs on his whereabouts and the use of a swipe badge as part of the State Department press. Holder admitted that the Rosen affair was one of the biggest regrets of his tenure and by all accounts was illegal and unprecedented. Oh, really? But fortunately, the guy that had to bring charges was you. How convenient. Not even Neil Sheehan, who was the New York Times reporter back in 1971 who published the Pentagon Papers, 7,000 classified documents, was designated by the Nixon administration as a criminal co-conspirator in a violation of the Espionage Act, Rosen noted. So that was an honor I had all unto myself. In the days of Trump's allegations against Obama for wiretapping his team, Rosen said, "It's entirely plausible. This is the nature of the age in which we live, the age of Eric Snowden." Does he mean Edward Snowden? How about that? Somebody else got a name wrong. For once, somebody else got a name wrong, and I discovered it. Ha 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 ha. He emphasized that it remains unproven to this point as to what led to the accusations. All of these stories coming out. Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly says President Trump possesses credible evidence that former President Barack Obama ordered the wiretapping of Trump Tower. in New York City last year. Okay. We'll keep watching it. In the last couple of days, the Washington Post reported this story. Inside Trump's fury, the president rages at leaks, setbacks, and accusations. President Trump spent the weekend at the Winter White House, Mar-a-Lago, secluded Florida castle where he's king. The sun sparkles off the glistening lawn and warms the russet clay Spanish tiles. The steaks are cooked just how he likes them. His daughter Ivanka and son-in-law Jared Kushner celebrated his calming influences on the tempestuous president joined him. But they were helpless to contain the fury. And the war-torn and tired phrase the Washington Post uses the most. Trump's presidency has existed in a perpetual state of chaos. Most political coups are political chaos. And kind of hard to cover, except when you're actually one of the participants in the coup, like the Washington Post, in which case, well, this is easy. Inside Trump's fury. Did you see Trump losing his mind on any video anywhere? You know, Magic, I didn't see Trump losing his mind on any video anywhere. Did you hear any video or audio of him yelling and screaming and having a temper tantrum? I didn't see any of that. Wonder where all this news is coming from. Where's all this chaos? Where's all this anger? Where's all this rage? Where's this temper tantrum? How do they know that this is actually going on? Footage has emerged of a heated row in the Oval Office last Friday that saw Donald Trump erupt into a ballistic tirade against Steve Bannon and other senior advisors. The president reportedly unleashed his anger on Steve Bannon, Chief of Staff Reince Priebus, for failing to fight off the firestorm surrounding Attorney General Jeff Sessions' recusal amid links to Russia. A furious Trump told Bannon and Priebus they weren't flying on Air Force One with him to Florida before reportedly storming out and heading down to Mar-a-Lago. Now, a video has emerged of what appears to be the exchange during a fiery meeting inside the Oval Office. What? They have video of the exchange during a fiery meeting inside the Oval Office? According to CNN, they do? Well, where'd they get the video? I don't know where the video came from, but it was aired on CNN. And strangely enough, only aired on CNN. But what was this video of? Why are you speaking in the terms and tone that you only use for outrageous, ridiculous, unprofessional misconduct, John David? Well, because the video is through the open window of the doors behind the desk of the president, shooting into the Oval Office from a long lens, a long way off. So this emerging video that CNN took, they should have given to a few other people, so it wouldn't be so freaking obvious that it was CNN. So CNN spying through the doors of the Oval Office, seeing an animated conversation. Were they able to bug the conversation? No. But they have another source somewhere, I guess, that can hear, because a lot of expletives were used. While it's not clear what the discussion was about, Bannon was filmed in an animated conversation. At one point was spotted waving his arms around. Sources said to CNN the Oval Office lecture had a lot of expletives, and nobody has seen him that upset. Well, if nobody's seen him that upset, let's report that he's that upset. If nobody's seen him that upset, that goes with fake news network, which is what we've turned into. You disgusting, slimy vandals. Using long lenses to peep into the windows of the Oval Office and reporting what you see? Oh, we didn't shoot that video. No, but you aired it. That's good enough for me. I can't believe what I'm seeing in this country. And leading the way into this ridiculous Central American Kafkaesque garbage, is it a government out of control? No. It's mainstream media out of control. I'm surprised that all those people in the mainstream media don't wear clothing more appropriate for what they're actually trying to attempt. It's not hard to find. The clothing, I mean. All you got to do is go down to the nearest Banana Republic store. This is the Wells Report.
So you walk in to find water on the floor, and now your whole schedule is soaked. Everything stops. School schedules, football practice, ballet lessons. Hey, don't worry. Call the pros you know at Goworth Restoration. We'll get there fast to dry up the water and repair the damage. We know we're not just restoring homes, but we're restoring order to your life too. After all, we don't want to have to answer to that ballet instructor. DoworthRestoration.com. Start your spring cleaning with Doworth Rug Cleaning. There's no better way to rejuvenate and freshen up your home than with vibrant, clean area rugs. Call Doworth Rug Cleaning today before 5 for same-day pickup. We'll carefully move your furniture and take your fine rugs for a day at the spa in our unique facility. Our thorough process gently and deeply cleans each and every fiber for a vibrant clean you can see and feel. Now through May 31st, take $20 off each rug washed. DoworthRugCleaning.com.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. If I come to you on the subject of buying insurance, you might instantly recoil. Oh, it's complex, it's hard, it's expensive. What are you even talking about? Health insurance, life insurance, disability insurance? Well, I'm talking about all of those, and I've got a place you can go that makes it simple and affordable. It is PolicyGenius.com, an AR genius, PolicyGenius.com, Policy, PolicyGenius.com. Unbiased advice and real quotes on health insurance, life insurance, renter's insurance, disability insurance, even pet insurance, hey, veterinary bills. It's one magnificent site, PolicyGenius.com. Great advice. You get to compare insurance quotes and save, and you can then apply and buy. One place, PolicyGenius.com. The simplest way to get the right policy for you at the right price. No jargon. It's unbiased. It's an honest approach that puts you first. PolicyGenius.com. Check it out. I've done it. I love it. POLICY. PolicyGenius.com.
Hey guys, with your winter fat increasing, are you interested in staying trim through the season? Or want to feel less tired with the shorter days? If so, Progene is conducting a national study on the impact of testosterone and will pay you to participate. Go to Progene65.com to see if you qualify. Here, you can find out your testosterone levels for free while getting paid to do something about it. Progene, a doctor-recommended natural testosterone solution found nationwide at GNC and Rite Aid, is sponsoring this research and will pay you to be in the largest survey of men's levels in the country. It's an easy program you can do from home or on the go. The clinical grade tests are painless and confidential, and everything is shipped to you for free. So if you want to make a difference in your life and would like to find out your levels for free, then go to Progene65.com now. That's the word pro, Gene, 65.com. Progene65.com. Enroll today before the study is closed at Progene65.com.
I used to play a lot of sports in college, but when I got older, my legs started to burn and ache, making it hard to work out. Then I noticed those varicose and spider veins. I couldn't believe it. I thought this only happened to my mom and her friends.
The professionals at Vein Clinics of America have performed over 1 million personalized procedures for their patients, making them the largest, most experienced vein treatment center in the U.S. Using state-of-the-art laser and minimally invasive treatments, they can begin restoring your legs back to health in as little as 1 hour with no downtime, and most treatments are covered by insurance.
I called Vein Clinics of America, and they fixed my legs. No more ugly veins. Now I can run and do squats again.
Guys, get back in the game. Call now and schedule a free fast-track consultation with one of our doctors and learn how you can finally get rid of those embarrassing varicose and spider veins. Space is limited, so call now. 800-300-3388. That's 800-300-3388. 800-300-3388.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business. So make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-827-5948 now. That's 800-827-5948 for your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-827-5948 to learn more. 800-827-5948. That's 800-827-5948. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
660 AM The Answer. 660 AM TheAnswer.com. The Wells Report, a daily good old-fashioned North Texas barbecue of anybody trying to take advantage of us on 660 AM The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. I've given myself a headache. I'm going to go take some Excedrin. I just can't believe. I knew in my heart of hearts that this nation was getting very, very close to becoming something else. I could see the willingness of the American people to turn away from the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. I could see all of that happening. All of the constant manipulation, the constant massaging of fact leading to fake in the news. I could see it all. Did my best to refute it. But the dots just keep connecting, don't they? This is the Wells Report.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. People always ask me, we got Trump elected. What else can we do to move a conservative agenda downfield? The answer is fight the left with our cell phones. Switch to Patriot Mobile, the nation's only conservative cell phone company, and a portion of monthly proceeds goes to the conservative organization of your choice. 1-800-A-PATRIOT or patriotmobile.com/Mark to get started. When you switch to Patriot Mobile, you'll support great conservative groups on the front lines of defending the Second Amendment, preserving the right to life, pushing full Obamacare repeal. If you're like me, tired of spending your hard-earned money with causes on the left that fund those agendas, it's time to switch to Patriot Mobile. They'll buy you out of your current contract with credits up to $500. 1-800-A-PATRIOT. Now switch to Patriot Mobile to waive the activation fee with the promo code MARK. Keep your same phone number, get great nationwide coverage, 1-800-A-PATRIOT or patriotmobile.com/Mark. 1-800-A-PATRIOT or patriotmobile.com/Mark. Patriot Mobile.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head dealing with monthly payments, there's a powerful secret that credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $5,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to virtually eliminate your credit card debt and make your monthly payment affordable. To see how much you could save, call now, 1-800-700-3515. Don't declare bankruptcy. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. Credit Associates. Live better debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-700-3515. That's 1-800-700-3515.
This is Michael Medved. For well over a year, you've heard me talking about Relief Factor, the natural solution for people struggling with chronic pain like back, neck, shoulder, hip, knee, or general muscle aches and pains. Thousands of listeners have told us all about their amazing results in dramatically lowering or eliminating their pain. So I'm sending my personal friends and radio listeners to ReliefFactor.com to order the 3-week quick start for only $19.95. That's ReliefFactor.com.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Carmen Roberts. House Republicans roll out legislation to replace Obamacare.
It would get rid of much of Obamacare's taxes and also the mandates requiring you to buy insurance. It would expand health savings accounts and provide a monthly tax credit to people who don't receive insurance through their employer.
Fox's Mike Emanuel. President Trump has said he'd push for insurance for everybody but aides from both parties, and nonpartisan analysts predict this new health insurance version will cover fewer people. And a 5-year-old girl becomes the youngest winner of a regional spelling bee.
Janana. Jnana. Janana.
You're our champion.
Edith Fuller of Oklahoma now heads to the Scripps National Spelling Bee. Janana, by the way, means knowledge acquired through meditation in the Hindu tradition. Fox News, we report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer.
You need a plan as you get closer to retirement. A plan that will take you from where you are now to the retirement you've always dreamed about. The first step on that path is to tune into Wealth Smart, Saturdays at 9 a.m. Your host is Reed Johnson, president of Lake Point Advisory Group. You only retire once, but Reed helps people retire every day. Don't miss Wealth Smart every Saturday at 9 a.m. or visit us at lakepointadvisorygroup.com for information on our free area steak dinner seminars and start working on your dream retirement now.
Hey, everybody. Mark Davis and my friend Josh DeShong of Josh DeShong Real Estate at Keller Williams. He's my friend, and I'd say that even if he hadn't sold my house. But since he did, I really love him. We're big fans of Josh because he did what others could not. He can do the same for you. Here in 2017, are you sitting in a house that you're trying to sell? Others have tried, but nobody can? Call Josh right now. Get on board with the Josh DeShong system, 972-325-6644, 972-325-6644, or getsold.net, getsold.net. What is that system? He makes you a promise that says, I'm going to talk to you about a price that you can sell this house at and a time frame that makes sense. And if I can't sell that house at that price in that time frame, I, Josh DeShong, will buy that house from you. Either way, you are done. You're at closing. You're clear, you're happy, just like Lisa and I are. We love Josh. Get on board with him today at 972-325-6644, 972-325-6644, or getsold.net.
If you've been suffering from brain fog, the inability to lose weight no matter how hard you try, or a loss of vital energy, you should attend a consequential free seminar by pharmacist Lark Scarborough Swafford. You will learn about the complexities of thyroid dysfunction and what you can do to improve your thyroid health naturally. The seminar will be in Dallas on April 4th from 7:15 to 9 p.m. Call 214-349-8000 today to reserve your seat. Space is limited and filling up fast. Abrams Royal Pharmacy has been helping people improve their health for over 37 years. They provide proactive solutions for health and wellness to meet each patient's unique needs. Abrams Royal Pharmacy is located at 8220 Abrams Road in Dallas and 4909 West Park Boulevard in Plano. Call 214-349-8000 today to reserve your seat to the upcoming free thyroid seminar. That's 214-349-8000. Get healthy. Stay healthy naturally with Abrams Royal Pharmacy.
Funeral expenses. There, I said it. That's not a topic that we like to talk about with our loved ones. We like to pretend that it's never going to happen. And when it does, it can make life very difficult for those we love. Did you know that the average funeral can cost over $8,000? Let's not leave our loved ones with the financial burden as the last gift we give them. If you're between the ages of 50 and 85, obtaining a final expense policy from Final Care Direct can be one of the most thoughtful gifts you can give your family. We offer affordable policies with benefits and premiums that never change. Call Final Care Direct at 800-410-1010 and learn more about how you can give those you love a final gift, the gift of peace of mind when it comes to funeral expenses. Final Care Direct, not just insurance, it's peace of mind. Waiting until later might mean it's left undone. Don't let that happen. Call now, 800-410-1010. That's 800-410-1010.
There's a pretty good chance you're in your car right now, cruising the open road. Well, that vroom sound you hear isn't just horsepower, it's earning power. In fact, if you were driving with Uber, you could be earning as we speak. That's because Uber is the ultimate side hustle. Your chance to make money whenever you feel like it, whenever you need it, whenever you have spare time. I know you like the sound of that. Have an hour to kill while your kid's at practice? Drive with Uber. Want to put away cash for a rainy day? Drive with Uber. Saving up to buy a ring? Drive with Uber. You'll totally get a yes. It's a super flexible way to make money on your schedule. Earn for a couple hours here, earn for an hour there, take a gym break, then get back to earning. Plus, you get paid right away with Instant Pay. Just push a button and the money you earn goes straight to your account. So get your side hustle on, because the only sound better than vroom is cha-ching. Visit uber.com/drive now. That's uber.com/drive now.
Here's microbiologist Dr. Kim O'Neill talking about balance of nature.
Scientific research has shown that many cancers and lifestyle diseases can be prevented with a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. This prevention comes from the phytochemicals in the plants. They fight against oxidants that damage the cell's DNA, causing mutations that lead to disease. I don't take any supplementation, but I take Balance of Nature because I've seen it in my lab. I've seen the immune response increase. I've seen your DNA repair capacity increase, and I've seen DNA protection, and I know that it works.
Balance of Nature is providing you the best offer they've ever given. 2 free months of fruits and veggies and free shipping. Call now for details. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code 660AM.
660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is The Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to The Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. There were other news stories today. One of them involved a revised travel ban for 6 majority Muslim countries. President Trump took a second swing at a temporary travel ban, this time targeting travelers from 6 majority Muslim countries, and crafting his executive orders in ways to survive challenges in U.S. courts. The new ban, which goes into effect March 16th, no longer restricts travel from Iraq, one of 7 listed in the original order. The 90-day ban is now limited to Iran, Libya, Somalia, Syria, Sudan, and Yemen. As before, the order shuts down the U.S. refugee program for 120 days to give the federal government time to develop extreme vetting procedures to prevent terrorists from entering the country. However, Syrians are no longer subjected to an indefinite ban as they were under the first order. The White House spent weeks drafting the revised ban, coordinating with the Departments of State, Justice, and Homeland Security to avoid the chaos that followed the January 27th order. That one took immediate snarling. That one took effect immediately, snarling traffic for thousands of people around the world and to U.S. airports. This time, federal agencies will have 10 days to prepare before the order goes into effect. Trump signed the first order during a highly publicized signing ceremony at the Pentagon. This time, he signed the order in private and sent out Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, Attorney General Jeff Sessions, and Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly to issue brief statements. They took no questions. It is the president's solemn duty to protect the American people, and with this order, President Trump is exercising his rightful authority to keep our people safe, said Tillerson. As threats to our nation continue to evolve and change, common sense dictates that we continually reevaluate and reassess the systems we rely upon to protect our country. The Department of Justice also filed a letter with the Ninth Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals explaining that Trump's new order revokes the first one. That means the Ninth Circuit may now drop the case against the first ban, leaving justice to focus on defending expected legal challenges against the new one. While the goal of the executive order remains the same, keeping terrorists out, the administration made several big changes to avoid being struck down in court. Nationals of the 6 countries with legal permanent residence inside the U.S., known as green card holders, are not affected. People with valid visas as of Monday are also exempt. And the order no longer gives immigration preference to religious minorities such as Christians who claim they are persecuted in mostly Muslim countries. So to review, 5 differences in the new travel ban. The new order takes effect 10 days instead of immediately. Trump's original ban led to chaos, etc. Iraq, which is working closely with the U.S. military to defeat Islamic State, is excluded from the new list. Iraq was removed from the list after agreeing to increased cooperation with the U.S. government on vetting its citizens applying for travel visas. The indefinite ban on Syrians is lifted under the new travel order. They will now be subjected to the same 90-day ban as travelers and 120 days for refugees. I hereby proclaim that the entry of nationals of Syria as refugees is detrimental to the interests of the United States, the original order read. Under the original ban, Syrians would have been barred until Trump felt sufficient change had been made to screening procedures. President Obama allowed 10,000 refugees fleeing Syria's civil war to enter the U.S. in 2016. Nationals of the 6 countries with legal permanent residence in the U.S. are not affected. They were under the original January 27th order. That was a mistake. Federal judges had expressed concern about barring legitimate visa holders. People with valid visas as of today are also exempt. The new ban has no preference for religious minorities, such as Christians claiming persecution in Muslim nations. Republican lawmakers largely endorsed President Trump's revised immigration order today and suggested it addressed concerns they had about the original measures, even as a coalition of Democrat attorneys general and civil rights groups prepared for a new round of legal action. House Speaker Paul Ryan, who had voiced reservations about the original travel ban rollout, said the new version advances our shared goal of protecting the U.S. Another Republican critical of the original version, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, says he believes the revised order will pass legal muster. I congratulate the administration for modifying the original order to ensure that it is a perspective in its application, protective of those with valid visas and legal status, and exempts Iraqis, as 5,000 Americans are currently fighting alongside them and against ISIL. Trump's revised executive order signed today suspends the refugee program and entry to the U.S. for travelers from 6 Muslim countries, mostly Muslim countries, curtailing what was a broadly worded directive in a bid to withstand court scrutiny. Democrats blasted President Trump's revised immigration travel restrictions, charging they remain essentially a Muslim ban, despite the president's decision to remove Iraq from the list of countries covered by his executive order. A watered-down ban is still a ban, said Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. I'm sorry. Senator Schumer, if it was a Muslim ban, why wouldn't Indonesia be part of it? Senator Schumer said the latest order would face the same uphill climb in court. Despite the administration's changes, this dangerous executive order makes us less safe, not more. How? It's mean-spirited and un-American. I'm sorry, Senator Schumer. How can it be both the things that you are and be a problem to you? Lindsey Graham said he believed Trump's revised order is better and will pass legal muster. By the way, in case you're wondering just how well the other system was working, hundreds of people admitted to the United States as refugees are the subject of FBI counterterrorism investigations involving ISIS, including some individuals from countries cited on President Trump's revised travel ban. Trump's order, which was announced late today, temporarily bans travel to those without valid visas from Sudan, Syria, Iran, Libya, Somalia, and Yemen. Nearly a third of the 1,000 FBI domestic terrorism cases, 300, involve those admitted to the U.S. as refugees. This according to a Department of Homeland Security official. The number was confirmed later in the day by Attorney General Jeff Sessions during a news conference. Officials said some of those 300 came to infiltrate the U.S., while others were radicalized once they were in the country. Like every nation, the United States has a right to control who enters the country and to keep out those who would do us harm, said Sessions. The officials who spoke today did not detail the current immigration status of those 300 people who were subjects of government terror probes. One official also sought to clarify the apparent conflict with a leaked DHS report that appeared to show no connection between refugees and terrorism. The official said that draft document, which was reported by the Associated Press February 24th, was not complete, had not been vetted through the interagency process, and did not reflect classified information. FBI Director James Comey said in late 2015 that some 900 terror investigations were going on, and probes were active in every state. But Monday's development marked the first official concrete linkage between the refugee program and terrorism. At the same time, Comey indicated the Bureau was stretched thin by the sheer volume of investigations. If that becomes the new normal, that would be hard to keep up. Maybe it's too demanding for you, Mr. Director. Maybe you should leave. Secretary of Homeland Security John Kelly said the travel ban announced, it's not a travel ban, said that the travel order announced today was a key to ensuring the refugee program is conducted safely. We must undertake a rigorous review of our visa and refugee vetting programs to increase our confidence in the entry decisions we make for visitors and immigrants to the U.S. We cannot risk the prospect of malevolent actors using our immigration systems to take American lives. Several refugees have already participated in mass attacks in recent years, motivated by apparent Islamic radicalism. Somali refugee Abdul Razak Ali Artan rammed his car into a crowd at Ohio State University after posting a message on Facebook warning America not to interfere with Muslim communities. Somali refugees Dahir Adan reportedly yelled Allahu Akbar and asked one victim if they were Muslim during a September rampage in which he stabbed and injured 9 people at a Minnesota mall. Sadiq Mateen, father of the Pulse nightclub shooter Omar Mateen, is an Afghan refugee. Countless other refugees have been convicted of plotting attacks or planning to join ISIS abroad. Though they didn't enter the nation as refugees, several other terrorists have benefited from inadequate vetting to come to the United States. Tashfeen Malik, who was born in Pakistan, came to the U.S. on a K-1 fiancé visa prior to engaging in a deadly shooting spree with husband Syed Rizwan Farouk that killed 14 and injured 22 others in December of 2015. Dzhokhar and Tamerlane Tsarnaev, the brothers who orchestrated the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing, were born in Kyrgyzstan and entered the U.S. when their family fled for asylum. Once again, I wonder how far terrorism would get if it didn't have such able assistance from the American political left. You know, people like Senator Chuck Schumer. 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. You're listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Please join us if you have comments. We'd love to hear from you. 866-660-5759. You're listening to the Wells Report on an incredibly eventful Monday on 660 AM The Answer.
Hi, I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning. Well, it's that time of year again. The AC business is slow, so here come the crazy gimmicks. Right now, you'll hear the warehouse clearance guy, the free furnace guy, and my personal favorite, the guy who says he'll work for no profit. Because come on, that's just ridiculous. Well, guess who's not going to insult your intelligence with silly gimmicks? Reliant Air Conditioning. We've partnered with your utility provider to offer real instant rebates, up to $1,500 off qualifying systems. When you combine that with up to $3,500 off with Carrier's Cool Cash, you can save over $5,000 on a brand new AC system that can cut your electric bill in half. So call the crazy gimmick guys and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, and you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Our number's 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-968-7437 or online at ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
Warning, if you've recently declared bankruptcy, you're going to want to cover your ears because there's an alternative to bankruptcy and it could be better than you'd ever think possible. But if you've already declared bankruptcy and have missed this opportunity, you'll want to cover your ears now. Here it is. Right now, the company that has resolved more credit card debt than anyone in the U.S. may be able to settle your debt too. You can resolve your debt with one low monthly program payment. If you call right now and qualify, Freedom Debt Relief will show you how low your monthly program payment could be for free. Call now.
Check. Check 121212. It's called the American Health Care Act. It is a replacement for Obamacare. Is it the big Republican plan to take over? Is it the big Republican plan to take over for the big Democrat plan? Most Republicans say no. What do you think? Let's get together next time and find out on the Wells Report here on 660 AM The Answer. Mark Davis, good Tuesday morning, brother. Thank you very much for this awesome opportunity to come by and say hello. Coming up a little bit later on in the Wells Report, we're going to flesh out a little bit more about the American Health Care Act, the Republican replacement for Obamacare. What does it mean to you? Is it going to be better? It couldn't possibly be worse, but is it really going to improve the way we do our health care in the United States? We'll talk it over next time on the Wells Report.
Latest technology. Let us start you down the path of a restful night's sleep. Visit simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. Treat your sleep apnea and snoring the simple way. No CPAP, no surgery, no implants, just simple sleep. Go to simplesleepservices.com or call 469-685-1700. Don't spend another night on the couch or sleeping alone. simplesleepservices.com.
Ever had buyer's regret? A pair of shoes you didn't really need, electronics obsolete before you even plug them in, or tens of thousands of dollars of timeshare regret. That's what you get when you're stuck with a timeshare agreement you don't want anymore. We're the timeshare exit attorneys, the leaders in helping folks get out of timeshares and erasing regret. See if you qualify. For valuable free information, call 1-800-500-1967. Maybe you made an impulse buy that has become a financial burden you can no longer afford. Maybe you don't use the timeshare enough to make it worthwhile. Maybe you were pressured by a timeshare salesperson into making a bad decision. Now you want out because your timeshare isn't a fun escape. It's a waste of your money. With decades of experience, we're your number one trusted option with fast professional service. No middlemen, no cutting corners, no more timeshare regret. See if you qualify. For valuable free information, call 1-800-500-1967. That's 1-800-500-1967.
660 AM The Answer is looking to hire a new salesperson. The person we're searching for is passionate about our radio station and our values. They must also have a proven track record of sales success. We aren't looking for just anyone. We are looking for unquestionable character, professionalism, and integrity. We are a strong employee-focused company offering top compensation, benefits, bonuses, and a long-term stable future at one of the best radio stations in America. To apply, go to 660amtheanswer.com and click on About Us. Thank you. It's time to honor our veterans with the Patriot Mobile Veteran of the Month. 660 AM The Answer joins with Patriot Mobile to spotlight a veteran each month. If you know a veteran who deserves such an honor, then go to 660amtheanswer.com and nominate them to be Patriot Mobile Veteran of the Month. Winners will receive a Crossroads Diner gift certificate and an award from Patriot Mobile. Plus, they'll have an opportunity to come to the studios to meet Mark Davis and John David Wells. Go to 660amtheanswer.com to nominate your veteran. That's the Patriot Mobile Veteran of the Month.
660 AM, The Answer. 660 amtheanswer.com. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The Wells Report on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. The American left's nervous breakdown continues. Matt Vespa writes in Town Hall that it's not really shocking, but it should be. Whenever American flags are burned and people assaulted for exercising their First American rights, it should be disturbing. In San Francisco, left-wing protesters did just that at a March for Trump event held in Martin Luther Jr. Civic Center Park. It's probably Martin Luther King Jr. Civic Center Park. In the shadow of UC Berkeley, things got tense with some Trump supporters getting pepper sprayed. How many times have you seen anti-Trump supporters or anti-Trump protesters getting pepper sprayed? American flags were set aflame. Signs that read free speech were burned. Soviet flags were spotted. Kyle Beaker had a rundown of the clashes. NBC Bay Area also noted that while some of the left-wingers hoped for a peaceful counter-demonstration, that hope quickly faded as the police had to intervene to stop several fights. The news outlet added the Trump supporter contingent was heavily outnumbered. The police response was criticized as being tepid by some. 10 arrests were made, 3 people were injured. Tino Mina of Stockton attended the rally hoping for a productive discussion between people from both sides of the political aisle. We have a right in America to speak our opinions and speak our voice, even if some others think it might be wrong. As long as you're not causing harm to others, I will uphold the right for everyone to speak. Mina's wishes were crushed. Police officers who were forced to intervene in several fights arrested almost a dozen people during the tense rally. They pinned a man to the ground and restrained him when he began to chase after somebody with whom he'd been fighting. The skirmishes led to 3 injuries. Officers were caught on camera helping a man who was bleeding profusely from what appeared to be a head wound. Videos showed Trump protesters chanting, "No Donald Trump, no KKK, no racist, fascist, USA." Huh. I'm trying to figure out what would be Donald Trump supporters' fascism point of view. I don't think there is. Members of the feuding groups were heard singing the national anthem and hurling obscenities at Trump. Asked whether or not the rally accomplished anything, Melanie Lawrence of Berkeley said the East Bay City will continue having a reputation for being full of crazy people who love politics. 10 arrested. Eva Peters, a mother of 4 from Danville and a Trump supporter, complained about a lack of police response to the fights breaking out. I don't think they did anything, but they're damned if they do and damned if they don't. No, they're damned if they don't. These people are violent, referring to anti-Trump protesters. She carried a can of pepper spray and a sign that said, "Trump saving USA." Many Trump supporters, some wearing kilts, were carrying wooden shields with a V on them. Really? Kilts? Another group with pink masks carried shields with 3 arrows on them, calling themselves the Pastel Bloc. And they were there to counter any protest from Black Bloc protesters. Well, at least they're color coordinated. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer. Back with more in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Carl Deichler, the CEO of Beachbody, and I'm here to tell you about an amazing new way you can start losing weight for free right now. You've probably seen our workout DVDs on TV like P90X, Insanity, and 21 Day Fix. We just launched a beta trial of our new digital video platform, Beachbody On Demand. So while we're testing out this new digital video service, I'm inviting you to use it for free for 30 days. That means you can lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, even 30 pounds without paying a dime. Text the word TRIAL to 303030, and you can do 30 days of P90X, Insanity, or any of over 400 workouts for free. Now, here's the catch. In return, all I ask is you let us know what you think of the service so we can make Beachbody On Demand the best fitness and weight loss site ever created. Just text TRIAL to 303030 and get started for free right now. Again, text TRIAL to 303030.
Message and data rates may apply. Membership fees apply after 30-day free trial. Cancel anytime.
If you're a CPAP user, soap and water cleaning may leave harmful bacteria, viruses, and mold that can make you sick. That alone will keep you up at night. Until now, SoClean.com is the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. SoClean kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs without soap, water, harsh chemicals, or even equipment disassembly. And now you can try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-953-4545.
SoClean changed the CPAP experience for the better. My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean's revolutionary design makes it easy to clean your CPAP and protect you against CPAP-related illnesses. Plus, SoClean works with all popular CPAP devices to clean them in minutes. It really is that easy. Don't risk your health. Call SoClean.com now to try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-953-4545. This offer won't last. Call now. 800-953-4545. 800-953-4545.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head dealing with monthly payments, there's a powerful secret that credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $5,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to virtually eliminate your credit card debt and make your monthly payment affordable. To see how much you could save, call now, 1-800-700-3515. Don't declare bankruptcy. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. Credit Associates. Live better debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-700-3515. That's 1-800-700-3515.
If you're a business owner, I want you to imagine standing on home plate in front of a sold-out crowd of 50,000 raving fans at a professional baseball game. They give you the microphone and you have 60 seconds to tell the crowd why they should do business with you. Out of 50,000 people, do you think you might get some new customers? Sure you would. Now imagine you could do that in front of 4 sold-out baseball games. That's 200,000 people. Did you know that's how many people listen to 660 AM The Answer every week? And you have the opportunity to stand in front of the 660 AM The Answer microphone and get 60 seconds to tell our raving fans all about your business. You think you'd get new customers if you did that? You bet. The businesses you hear on 660 AM The Answer are knocking it out of the park with new customers. If you're open to seeing how much it costs to advertise your business on 660 AM The Answer, send an email request to advertise@ksky.com. That's advertise@ksky.com. Let's play ball.
Sean Hannity here for my friends at Generator Supercenter, the great American story. Now, this started in 2005 with two brothers selling and repairing generators out of their garage in Texas. Today, they are the #1 Generac dealer in the nation. #1 means more savings for you. When the power goes down, keep your home or business up and running with a Generac standby power system from the Generator Supercenter. Financing available, payments as low as $100 a month. GeneratorSupercenter.com. That's GeneratorSupercenter.com.
Napa know-how.
Spend $24 on anything in Napa this month, and you'll get a free Chase Elliott racing cap. You can spend it on oil. You can spend it on wiper blades. Heck, spend it on a year's supply of Pine Tree air fresheners. No matter what you spend $24 on, you'll walk away with a free Chase Elliott racing cap planted firmly on your noggin. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Offer expires 3/31/17.
Learn a little something at the start of your day. The Mark Davis Show. Mornings 7 to 10 on 660 AM. The Answer. The Wells Report. Must hear radio on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un supervised the country's ballistic missile launches today. This according to the news agency KCNA. The report called the test a drill of the Army's Hwasong artillery units, part of their strategic force, tasked to strike the bases of the U.S. imperialist aggressor forces in Japan in contingency. World leaders quickly condemned North Korea's actions. White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer said the launches are consistent with North Korea's long history of provocative behavior. The United States will stand with our allies in the face of this very serious threat. The Trump administration is taking steps to enhance our ability to defend against North Korea's ballistic missiles, such as through the deployment of a THAAD missile battery to South Korea, at least one. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe told reporters he and President Donald Trump talked by phone until about 8 a.m. Tuesday and agreed that the missile launches were a clear violation of UN Security Council resolutions and a threat to international community. Secretary General Antonio Guterres condemned the missile launch and said such actions violate Security Council resolutions and seriously undermine regional peace and stability. Military authorities in South Korea, Japan, the U.S. confirmed the launch of 4 projectiles, which traveled almost 620 miles toward the Sea of Japan, also known as the East Sea. One U.S. official said that they were intermediate range missiles. Abe said 3 landed inside Japan's exclusive economic zone, which extends 200 nautical miles from its coastline, this according to international maritime law. This isn't the first time that North Korea has launched multiple missiles over this distance. In September of 2016, Korea launched 3 ballistic missiles 1,000 kilometers, about 620 miles, to land in Japan's air defense identification zone, provoking a strong response. By the way, it has been announced that Kim Jong-un's brother was killed with sarin gas, the militarized version known as VX. The actual assassination, by the way, was a lot more, shall we say, sophisticated. Trying to figure out exactly how that towel managed to work to keep the VX on the face of Kim Jong-un's brother and not on the hands of his assassin. Continuing a pattern of progressive and provocative actions, Iran this weekend test-fired a pair of ballistic missiles and sent a fast attack vessel close to a U.S. Navy ship in the Strait of Hormuz. This according to U.S. officials. One of Iran's ballistic missile tests was successful, destroying a floating barge approximately 155 miles away. 2 U.S. officials with knowledge of the launch told Fox News the launches of the Fateh 110 short-range ballistic missile was the first test of the missile in 2 years. It was not immediately clear if this was the first successful test at sea, raising concerns for the U.S. Navy, which operates warships in the area, one of which had unsafe and unprofessional interaction with an Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps boat on Saturday. The IRGC boats approached within 600 yards of the tracking ship USNS Invincible and then stopped. Officials confirmed to Fox News the Invincible was accompanied by 3 ships from the British Royal Navy. All 4 ships were forced to change course. The Iranian provocations were partially obscured by a worldwide focus on North Korea's own ballistic missile tests. Between North Korea's saber-rattling and Iran's willful defiance, we certainly don't lack for evidence these rogue regimes' intentions, said Ted Cotton, the senator from Arkansas, in a Monday statement. This is why we need to develop a strong missile defense system and take a harder line toward these regimes. No amount of words, however clear or forceful, will prevent this kind of aggression. Only firm action to defend America and our allies will stop them in their tracks. According to one official, Iran launched its 2 short-range ballistic missiles from an IRGC base in Bandar al-Jask. That's in southeastern Iran. The first missile was fired on Saturday but missed its target, although it landed in the vicinity, said one official. A day later, Iran made another attempt that was successful. The Iranian Fateh 110 Mod 3 has a new active seeker helping the missile locate ships at sea, according to one official. I'm sure it was fired as a demonstration to American and allied naval forces that as long as they float in that ocean near the Strait of Hormuz, that they were targeted. Two years ago, Iranian cruise missiles destroyed a large carrier barge designed to look like an American aircraft carrier. This, according to Iranian state television. The new Iranian short-range ballistic missile launches come a week after Iran successfully test-fired Russian surface-to-air missiles, part of the S-300 air defense system Russia sent to Iran recently. According to the Foundation for Defense Democracies, Iran has conducted as many as 14 ballistic missile tests since the landmark nuclear agreement in July of 2015. A senior U.S. military official told Fox News Iran made great advances in its ballistic missile program over the past decade. Last month, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Joseph Dunford said Iran's behavior had not changed since the White House put Islamic Republic on notice following Iran's successful intermediate-range ballistic missile tests in late January. If you wonder why it is that the United States of America has 12 carrier battle groups, this is why. For the sake of peace on the planet, it requires the United States in a capability and probability of engaging at least two war-making adversaries on either side of the planet at the same time. As a pretext to weakening America so all these people would start immediately doing stupid stuff, President Obama cut those carrier air groups to 8. That is going to change. The Gerald R. Ford is due to be commissioned at any time and will immediately head towards, I'm sure, the Persian Gulf. I am very much interested in being strong again and having the world settle down again. But until these countries like North Korea and Iran start paying a price for their misconduct, they're going to keep committing misconduct. Whatever you tolerate, you get more of. If I was a missile frigate or a Aegis destroyer or some kind of American naval ship at sea off the coast of Iran, if I was one of those skippers, I think I'd ask permission to blow one of those boats out of the water. And I think that if I was the chief of naval operations and or the Navy secretary, I would go immediately to the president of the United States and seek permission. And the next time I was in a situation where one of those fast boats decided to set up right in front of me and force me to change course, I think I'd say this. I'd give them one chance. You must leave the area immediately. An incursion closer than 500 yards will be deemed a hostile act, and we will defend ourselves. One time on the radio. Once. Then I'd hit him with a rocket. And then all of that would stop. I think if we were working with North Korea, I'd call the Prime Minister of China, and I'd ask, okay, so you want to flip to see who's going to bomb a North Korean launch site, you or us? You want to flip for it? Something tells me that China would actually play ball with that. They'd probably say, I tell you what would you plan on dropping? And I'd say, I don't know, 25 kiloton. I'd drop 25 Ks, 5,000-pound bombs. On a North Korean missile launch facility. And I'd give them the entire battle plan. Then I'd wait to see if they could carry it out. They probably could. And then we'd see what North Korea would do. But at some point, the world is going to have to say to Iran and North Korea, stop or we're going to pulverize you. And you'll notice we didn't make one single utterance of the word red or line, let alone both of them, red line. Rattling a saber makes noise. Drawing a saber does not. These are the days we find ourselves in. I'm glad we have President Trump, but he is certainly undergoing a trial by fire from enemies, both foreign and domestic. How will he cope? What will he have to do to return peace to our land, let alone peace to anybody else's land? I have a couple of ideas, but you know me. I'm a much bigger devotee of George S. Patton than I ever was of Omar Bradley. I just happen to believe that action works. Words, maybe. Action, definitely. Let's get on with it. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer. Coming up next, spend a little bit of time talking about a good decision by the Supreme Court of the United States on the Wells Report.
Attention homeowners. Do you or someone you know have a house you'd like to sell? Hello, I'm Dan Franklin. I've been buying and selling real estate right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for over 20 years, and my process is simple. I'll pay you cash, and I'll pay you more. Just listen to what other people are saying after they called me to buy their house.
My name is Brent Patterson. Dan Franklin gave us $30,000 more for our house. Definitely call Dan if you want more money for your house.
I'm Bill Mays. I made an extra $18,000 working with Dan.
My name is Brenda Griffin. Dan Franklin gave us over $15,000 more for our house. Definitely call Dan.
Okay, now it's your turn. Would you like a higher cash offer? I'm Dan Franklin. I'll pay you cash, and I'll pay you more. Call me today at 214-929-5555. That's 214-929-5555.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business. So make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-827-5948 now. That's 800-827-5948 for your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-827-5948 to learn more. 800-827-5948. That's 800-827-5948. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
What's the scariest thing about going to the dentist? Opening your mouth or opening your wallet? Because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance to help, you should give Physicians Mutual Insurance Company a call. 1-800-500-0898. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps pay for checkups right away. So you can call today and get your teeth cleaned tomorrow. Plus, it helps cover the more expensive procedures you might need down the road. Fillings, crowns, bridges, even costly dentures. There's no deductible and no annual maximum. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no networks, so you can choose any dentist you'd like. That's right, any dentist you want. Call and we'll rush you a free information kit with all the details. 1-800-500-0898. That's 1-800-500-0898. 1-800-500-0898.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. I went from being able to work 14, 16 hours a day with no problem to where I could barely walk a block to the store. I went on to the phytonutrients about 6 months ago, and within a couple of months, my medical doctor had cut my prescriptions down in a little bit smaller dosage. The next time I went back a month later, I walked into the doctor's office and he says, "My gosh, what's happened to you? You don't even look like the same person." He looked at my legs and the swelling had gone down. My blood pressure was down. The venous stasis ulcers that I had had on my legs for the last 4 or 5 years because of the poor circulation were all healed, and I'm feeling far better.
The new challenge will allow you to receive 2 months of Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies free, and we'll even ship them to you free. Call now for details. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code 660AM.
Hey, it's Mark Davis for my friends at Simple Sleep, inviting you to make 2017 the year for a healthier you with healthier sleep. Snoring is not just evidence that, hey, you're really sleeping soundly. It is evidence that there's something the matter. It's an interruption. Sleep apnea is a barrier to the proper amount of air, oxygen, getting to your heart, getting to your bloodstream. Let's fix this. Surgery will fix it, but who wants surgery? CPAP device, big old helmet and hose. Now keep going. Simple Sleep Services offers the best way. The Somnodent device. It's what they did for me. Simple oral appliance. You pop it in, kiss your wife goodnight, and boom. Silent night, even when it's not Christmas. No CPAP, no surgery, just simple sleep. Great people to deal with. Insurance covers it. Dallas and Fort Worth. Let's call them. 469-685-1700. 469-685-1700. If you don't want surgery and the CPAP thing's a deal breaker, 469-685-1700 or simplesleepservices.com.
Saying I don't know is no longer acceptable. This is 660 AM, The Answer. If it's important to you, it's on the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Telephone number is 866-660-5759. The Supreme Court today sent a dispute over a Virginia transgender student's bathroom access back to a lower court without reaching a decision. The court vacated the current dispute after the Trump administration withdrew support for an Obama administration order supporting the transgender student. In returning the case, the justices opted not to decide whether a federal anti-discrimination law gives high school student Gavin Grimm the right to use the boys' bathroom at his school. The case had been scheduled for argument later in March. Instead, the lower court in Virginia must now evaluate the federal law known as Title IX and to the extent which it applies to transgender students. The law bars sexual discrimination in schools. The case came from a federal appeals court and was brought by Virginia's Gloucester County School Board, which wanted to prevent Grimm from using the boys' bathroom. Unbelievable. We're having this discussion. We're actually having this discussion. because America can't figure out which bathroom to use. Thank you, American left. Thank you for all that you've done for this fine American republic of ours. Unbelievable. The executive producer of the Wells Report is Vicki Stifer. Technical director, conductor of the Wells Report Orchestra is Magic Matt Swinney. My name is John David Wells. God bless you and yours. See you again tomorrow for another edition of the Wells Report.
What if you could have an experience of a lifetime this year, something that goes beyond the mundane and gives you a unique perspective, not a vacation, an opportunity to change your life? Hi, Mike Gallagher here. A timely and important expedition to the Holy Land of Israel awaits you. Make plans now for the Stand With Israel tour happening this fall. Join me on a 9-day trip to Israel that will offer you firsthand insight into Israel's fascinating past and promising future. We'll introduce you to the geopolitical, economic, and security dynamics of a truly remarkable place. Get a behind-the-scenes view into many of the places you've read and heard about all your life, all during Jerusalem's 50th anniversary. The Western Wall, Jerusalem, the Dead Sea, and so much more, with expert guides, important lectures at key sites, all in the comfort and safety of first-class accommodations. Look forward to something special this year. Stand With Israel for the details about this all-inclusive trip happening October 22nd through November the 1st.
Look forward to something special this year. Stand With Israel. For details about this all-inclusive trip happening this fall, visit 660amtheanswer.com.
For life's aches and pains, choose Blue Emu Continuous Pain Relief Spray. It works fast and it's easy to use. Designed to work odor-free in all those remote areas. It works here. It's odor-free here. It works here. Blue Emu Continuous Pain Relief Spray. Fast-acting, easy-to-use, odor-free pain relief for all those remote areas. Available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and other fine retailers.
Hi, this is Maury Moreland Morrison, here to tell you Geico has more than just great savings. Much more. Yes, while Geico could help you rack up more moolah faster than you can say metamorphosis, they've also been the fastest growing auto insurer for more than 10 years. That's more like it. Furthermore, Geico has fast and friendly claim service. That might seem like an oxymoron, but it's not. All the more reason to say no other auto insurer has more than Geico. Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Chris Tomlin presents Worship Night in America. Chris Tomlin, Big Daddy Weave, Phil Wickham, Zach Williams, Mosaic MSC, and speaker Jason Barton. Don't miss this amazing night as the church joins together. An awakening event from the Awakening Foundation.
Coming April 21st and April 22nd to Verizon Theater at Grand Prairie. On sale now. Get your tickets at AXS.com.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM. KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Carmen Roberts. Call it travel ban part 2. President Trump signs a new executive order limiting immigration from 6, not 7, mostly Muslim countries.
It's Iran, Syria, Libya, Sudan, Somalia, and Yemen. Iraq was dropped from the list of banned countries after they promised that they would be better at screening and reporting the results of that screening.
Fox's John Roberts. This version removes several hot-button items, including giving preference to Christians and banning Syrian immigrants indefinitely. Tensions quickly escalating between Malaysia and North Korea, with each country now barring the other citizens from leaving. Malaysia's prime minister accusing North Korea of effectively holding its citizens hostage. The trouble stems from Malaysia's investigation into the murder of Kim Jong-nam, the estranged half-brother of the North Korean leader. Fox News, we report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer.
Hi, it's Mitch Gallagher.
And I'm Dave Trainer.
And we're the hosts of House Talk Texas, heard every Sunday morning at 7 a.m.
We feature interviews with DFW area providers of products and services for your home to make living in your home just a little bit more enjoyable.
That's right, Dave. Visit housetalktexas.com to hear past interviews and to see special offers from our sponsors.
And if there's a company you think we should interview, let us know.
House Talk Texas, this and every Sunday morning at 7 a.m. here on 660 AM, The Answer.
Contests are open to legal residents of the continental United States 18 years of age or older unless otherwise specified, except employees, their parent, affiliate, subsidiary, or successor companies, advertising and promotion agencies, contest prize suppliers, participating advertisers, sponsors, and immediate family members of anyone so employed. Contest entries must include entrant's name, address, and daytime and evening telephone numbers. When individual contests require, birth date will also have to be included. One winner per household. Listeners can only win one contest, including but not limited to phone-in, email, internet, or postal entry once every 60 days. In the event of contest requiring telephone or fax entries, sponsors are not responsible for the inability of caller to complete the call within specified time, whether due to telephone equipment malfunctions, disconnections, busy lines, or other circumstances. Only calls to the designated telephone number will be eligible to win. In the event of contests requiring mail entries, postal or electronic, sponsors are not responsible for the timeliness of delivery or electronic malfunctions that may affect the delivery or content of the entry. Neither are they responsible for misdirected, illegible, postage due, or lost mail. Decision of the judges is final. All participants agree to be bound by these rules. Void where prohibited by law. All federal, state, and local laws and regulations apply. Prizes are specified within individual contest rules. Prizes are non-transferable and non-exchangeable. No substitution or cash equivalent will be made. Reserves the right to substitute a prize of equal or greater value if the awarded prize is unavailable for any reason. Winners agree to come by the station to provide proof of age and identity, photo identification a must, and to execute an affidavit of eligibility, indemnification, and release within 30 days of winning. Prizes can be mailed so long as winner completes a mail release form and also provides a copy of photo identification. Failure to comply will result in forfeiture of prize. Unclaimed prizes will not be awarded. All federal, state, and local laws and regulations apply. All federal, state, and local taxes are the sole responsibility of the winner. Participation constitutes permission without any further obligation to the contest winner to use winner's name, voice, address, and likeness for promotional purposes. Additional rules or eligibility requirements may be announced on air, provided on the website, or may be attained by sending a self-addressed stamped envelope with the identity of the contest inquiry to 6400 North Beltline Road, Suite 110, Irving, Texas 75063.
Compassion International presents the Rock and Worship Roadshow featuring Stephen Curtis Chapman. Along with Francesca Battistelli. And Ren Collective. Plus Passion, Family Force 5, and Jordan Feliz. And the Roadshow's pre-show party with Derek Miner and Urban Rescue. Sunday, March 26th, 6 p.m. at the American Airlines Center in Dallas. Tickets are $15.50 for reserved seating, $55 VIP, and $100 for VIP Plus. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com or the AAC box office. Christian music's most entertaining concert series for the whole family. The Rock and Worship Roadshow. Sunday, March 26th, 6 p.m. at the American Airlines Center in Dallas. Welcome by 94.9 KLTY. More info at theroadshowtour.com.
Hey, it's Mark Davis for my friends at Simple Sleep, inviting you to make 2017 the year for a healthier you with healthier sleep. Snoring is not just evidence that, hey, you're really sleeping soundly. It is evidence that there's something the matter. It's an interruption. Sleep apnea is a barrier to the proper amount of air, oxygen, getting to your heart, getting to your bloodstream. Let's fix this. Surgery will fix it, but who wants surgery? CPAP device, big old helmet and hose. Now keep going. Simple Sleep Services offers the best way. The Somnodent device. It's what they did for me. Simple oral appliance. You pop it in, kiss your wife goodnight, and boom. Silent night, even when it's not Christmas. No CPAP, no surgery, just simple sleep. Great people to deal with. Insurance covers it. Dallas and Fort Worth. Let's call them. 469-685-1700. 469-685-1700. If you don't want surgery and the CPAP thing's a deal breaker, 469-685-1700 or simplesleepservices.com.
Hi, folks. Bill Thomas here with Accurate Foundation Repairs. If you think your home has foundation issues, we'll send one of our highly trained technicians out to give you a free, accurate assessment of your home's foundation at no charge. Accurate Foundation Repair is the only company in the industry that has its warranty backed up by a third-party insurance company. 72623-2500 or on the web at AccurateFoundationRepair.com.
Accurate Foundation Repair. We give you a lift for the whole lot less.
Dallas, Fort Worth's home for stimulating talk. 660 AM, The Answer.
And now, America's #1 show on pop culture and politics. This is the Michael Medved Show.
And another great day, another great week in this greatest nation on God's green earth. Still a great nation, despite the fact that there is huge division in this great nation over the basic question of credibility of our institutions, credibility of the President of the United States. Over the weekend, he made a series of sensational charges against his predecessor. Are they true at all? We will take a look at that on the Michael Medved Show. Full and frank and fearless and fair. Fearless and fair. That will be our attempt. We'll also be speaking with a special assistant to the president about the newly recrafted travel ban. Will this work better to keep Americans safer? By the way, it's been a full month, really, a full month since the original travel ban was stopped by a federal court judge. Has that stop by the judiciary somehow made America less safe? We'll also be speaking about that, as I mentioned, with a White House aide who helped with the travel ban. Plus, we'll be talking about an explosive new book that rips the cover off the greatest threat to the American family. The greatest threat to the American family: illegitimacy? Is it the redefinition of marriage? Is it loss of religious liberty? Is it economic? No, it's actually divorce. We'll be dealing with that later in the Michael Medved Show, 1-800-955-1776. But first, all of Washington, all of the commentariat is talking on one side or another about a series of tweets that the president sent out very early Saturday morning. And when I say very early, the official timing on these tweets, if you go back and look at his Twitter account, it's 3:30 in the morning. Okay, it's Saturday morning. He's relaxing in Mar-a-Lago and having a nice leisurely 3:30 a.m., whatever he does at 3:30 a.m. And let me just share with you to frame this so that you have this in front of mind. This is the series of tweets that the president sent out on Saturday morning, very, very, very early. Terrible. Just found out that Obama had my wires tapped in Trump Tower just before the victory. Nothing found. This is McCarthyism, exclamation point. Terrible. Just found out that Obama had my wires tapped. No indication of how he found out. Second tweet. Is it legal for a sitting president to be wiretapping a race for president prior to an election? Turned down by court earlier. A new low. And that's all in caps, exclamation point. Third tweet. I'll bet a good lawyer could make a great case out of the fact that President Obama was tapping my phones in October, just prior to election. Exclamation point. Next tweet. How low has President Obama gone to tap, spelled wrong, it's spelled T-A-P-P, to tap my phones during the very sacred election process? This is Nixon Watergate. Bad, parentheses, or sick guy, exclamation point, meaning his predecessor. And then final tweet, and of course the most significant of them all, Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't voluntarily leaving The Apprentice. He was fired by his bad, pathetic ratings, not by me. Sad end to great show. Okay, there he was. This was the President of the United States. The question becomes, where did he get the information that his wires were tapped? This has been stoutly denied by President Obama, by people around President Obama. For instance, the former head of the intelligence community, James Clapper, who worked for President Obama, was asked about it, and he had this to say. Listen.
If the FBI, for instance, had a FISA court order of some sort for a surveillance, would that be information you would know or not know?
Yes.
You would be told this.
I would know that.
If there was a FISA court order
Yes.
on something like this.
Something like this, absolutely.
And at this point, you can't confirm or deny whether that exists?
I can deny it.
There is no FISA court order
Not to my knowledge.
of anything at Trump Tower.
No.
Okay, again, if he didn't know about a FISA court order, there'd have to be some explanation. This goes to a very, very serious matter. Ben Sasse, who is one of my favorite U.S. senators, and one of the people actually who gives me hope that somewhere in between craziness on one side and very great craziness on the left side of things, there is some kind of sanity. Ben Sasse said this: "We are in the midst of a civilization warping crisis of public trust. The president's allegations today demand the thorough and dispassionate attention of serious patriots. The quest for the full truth, rather than knee-jerk partisanship, must be our guide if we are going to rebuild civic trust and health." Ben Sasse is exactly right. Did it help when a White House spokesman, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, went on ABC TV and had an interchange with Martha Raddatz? Martha Raddatz was trying to get to the question of what did the president mean when he sent out a tweet that said, "Just found out that Obama had my wires tapped in Trump Tower just before the victory." How did he just find out? That's what Martha Raddatz was trying to find out.
Sounds like the White House is really doubling down on what President Trump
As we should,
says
Martha.
happened.
If this happened, once again, this would be the greatest abuse of power and overreach that's probably ever occurred in the executive branch.
But what
It's
about
something that
these
certainly
accusations?
deserves
You just
to
keep
be
saying
looked at.
if the president of the United States said it was a fact. He didn't say, "I read a story in Breitbart or the New York Times or wherever else." He said, "Just found out that Obama had my wires tapped in Trump Tower." That's not an if.
Look, I will let the president speak for himself, but in terms of where we are in the White House, our ask.
You're a spokesperson.
And I'm speaking about it right now.
But you're backing off of it. You're backing off.
How
of
am
what
I backing
President
off
Trump
of it
said.
while I'm saying that I
Because
think
you're
that this
saying
happened and I
if.
think that the American people have a right to know. And I think that we should get definitive answers. I think we need to put out hard facts that show that this happened.
Okay, they do need to put out hard facts that show that this happened, and it has now been 2 full days since President Trump made the charge, and there is not a scrap, not one iota of evidence that it actually happened. And you know what? You're hearing a conservative, a Republican, somebody who wants President Trump to succeed, telling you the truth. And there is such a thing as truth. It's not just alternative facts. There is no alternative fact that suggests that Trump had his wires tapped, T-A-P-P-E-D, as he spelled it twice. There is no alternative facts that shows that President Trump had his wire. Why hasn't he come up with anything? Charles Blow was asked about this, and again, he's a very liberal columnist, but he wrote a powerful column about this in the New York Times, and then he was asked this.
The way he uses language is different from the way the past presidents have used language. The way President Trump personalizes it, says it in a very shocking way, maybe taking off all the edges or all the caveats, that's different, and reporters are reacting to it. I wonder, Charles, if you feel that you ever get a little hysterical, as Molly was suggesting some journalists do.
Well, I think, we have to dispense with all euphemisms here about whether or not he's using imprecision in language or not. No, the president is actually lying. And we have to continuously say that the president is actually lying. And that is an assault on the truth itself. And it is an assault on the legitimacy of the presidency itself. And another thing you have to remember is that when we stop believing in the president, that is not just his credibility that's being burned through, that's American credibility that is being burned through.
And he's right about that. How would you respond Charles Blow says the president is actually lying. The defense for President Trump? We'll hear from some Republican senators and from you coming up.
1-800-955-1776. The Michael Medved Show.
Don't do what I did and run out. If it's working, don't quit. Why would you stop? Why undo all the good that's been accomplished?
You've got to feed them right for life.
Dynavite is nutrition.
If I ever took Roy off of Dynavite.
No.
When I get to about 3/4.
When I get down to the bottom of my box of Dynavite, oh no, I've got a couple more scoops. It's time to place my order. Dynavite.com. DINOVITE.com.
859-428-1000.
Order a 90-day supply of Dynavite for your dog this week.
We'll send you 4 extra packs of Nubbo Nubs, free.
Nubba Nub Treats are freeze-dried beefy treats.
Made with no cereal fillers, chemical preservatives, or dyes.
Good for the tummy.
And yummy.
Nubba Nub Treats.
Free this week at Dynavite.com.
Just feed your dog right. Use Dynavite.
Dynavite for life.
859-428-1000.
859-428-1000.
DINOVITE.com.
How's that kitchen remodel coming along?
I haven't found a reliable contractor and have no idea where to start.
What about Home Advisor?
Home what?
Home Advisor. They match you to pre-screened and top-rated pros for any kind of home project. You can even check pricing and book appointments online.
What's the catch?
No catch. Home Advisor is completely free to use.
Really? I'll check it out.
Go to homeadvisor.com or download the free app.
Home Advisor.
Are you looking to get out of your timeshare with a company you can trust? I'm Karen, owner of Lone Star Transfer. We have helped thousands of timeshare owners get out of their timeshare legally and ethically. We have an excellent track record with a 100% money-back guarantee. Call us today for a free consultation at 855-722-3166. That's 855-722-3166. Or visit us online at lonestartransfer.com. Let us get you out of your timeshare now.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. So, how's the Trump presidency working out for everybody so far?
Every presidency gets a first wave of serious reviews after the first 100 days, so we thought we would do that at a great event. And you're invited. Hi, I'm John David Wells, and we want to welcome you to President Trump, the first 100 days.
Brought to you by Southwest Office Systems and 660 AM The Answer, Tuesday night, April 18th, the Eisenman Center in Richardson. JD and I welcome our network buddy Mike Gallagher and special guest Senator Ted Cruz.
Tickets start at just $19. Backstage VIP at $135.
Tickets on sale now at 660amtheanswer.com. We'll be looking for you Tuesday, April 18th at the Eisenman Center in Richardson.
President Trump, the first 100 days. Join Mark Davis and me, John David Wells, along with Mike Gallagher and Senator Ted Cruz. Get your tickets right now at 660amtheanswer.com.
660 AM The Answer and Southwest Office Systems present President Trump, the first 100 days, made possible by our national tour sponsor, MyPillow. Visit MyPillow.com and type in discount code 100 days to buy the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own.
Do you have low back or neck pain? Does it run down your arms or your legs? Do you have a bulging or herniated disc degeneration, or spinal arthritis? Even worse, have you been told you need back surgery or injections? If you answered yes, then please listen to what I have to say. My name is Dr. Chad Vines, DC, at Genesis Back and Neck, and I use the most advanced spinal decompression system available, the DRX 9000, to correct back problems just like yours. We don't use addictive drugs, and we don't use any type of dangerous invasive surgery for these problems. Spinal decompression is safe, FDA cleared, and it's not painful, and has about an 86% success rate. We accept most insurances, and your first visit will be at no charge. You will sit down and visit with me personally until I've answered all of your questions. And if you're a candidate for decompression, you can try out the treatment all at no charge to you. So if you're ready to not hurt anymore and don't want to have surgery, call me at 817-328-1922. That's 817-328-1922, or online at mylowback.com.
This is 660 AM The Answer.
"21 minutes after the hour on the Michael Medved Show, and we are very proud to welcome a brand new affiliate live for the Michael Medved Show. It is in Evergreen, Alabama, News Talk 1470 WPNS, and hope that folks in Evergreen, Alabama, and in the area will go ahead and call live at 1-800-955-1776. Of course, lots of people trying to get on the line. Talking about the current controversy about President Trump and his Twitter storm on Saturday morning, and oh, how I wish he hadn't done it. Oh, how I wish he hadn't done it. I don't understand the point, especially when things were going so well for the president. His speech before Congress on Tuesday was extraordinarily well received. Let me share with you some of what Peggy Noonan wrote about his speech. And this came out at precisely the moment that he was blowing up everything by this completely pointless and crazy Twitter storm. She writes about her former boss, and Peggy Noonan was one of the most prominent and powerful speechwriters for President Reagan. He says the cliche is that Ronald Reagan's power was his optimism. That's not true. Reagan wasn't precisely an optimist. He didn't assume history unspooled each day in the direction of improvement. He didn't necessarily think the best thing would happen. What was true was that Reagan was confident in his own powers and those of the American people. He was confident we could make the right decisions and turn things around. People saw that confidence, and it allowed them to feel optimistic. Confidence in a president is important. Mr. Trump's speech was confident. Yes, it was. He rose politically by painting an America in bleak decline. But here, in his speech Tuesday night, he insisted our problems are not irreversible. Quote, everything that is broken in our country can be fixed. Every problem can be solved. The challenges we now face as a nation are great, but our people are even greater. Peggy Noonan writes, it showed something like faith and was powerful. This is one of the things that people need. The sense that if we hold together and back the right plans, we can get the arrows on the graph going upward again. Well, she's exactly right. And this is why people weren't so enthusiastic about that speech. Now it's all been blown up. Why? Because he woke up or maybe just stayed up at 3:30 in the morning, and he had the urge to send out some tweets attacking Barack Obama. What's the point? What do you gain from this? What are you trying to say? I know that there are some folks who say, well, this is brilliant because he's taking attention away from the inquiry about Russian connections in the Trump campaign. But I've defended Senator Sessions, now Attorney General Sessions, on this. I don't think Jeff Sessions committed perjury. I don't think he deserved to resign. It's good that he recused himself. Apparently, the president was angry about that. And rather than somehow turning attention away from the charges about the Trump campaign's involvement or potential involvement with Russian influence, what this has done has been to intensify all of that. And it seems to me it does the president no good at all. Let's go to Dave in Louisville. Dave, you're on the Michael Medved Show.
Thanks for taking my call. I have to disagree with you the way you feel about that. I think President Trump is a master at controlling what the media is talking about. And
why is it good to have us talking about this?
I wouldn't say that, but I think we all know Donald Trump well enough to know that if you take a shot at him below the belt with no proof, you can expect the same in return.
Well, who took a shot at him with no proof? Who did that?
The Russian allegations. There's no proof that there was any connection from his campaign to the Russians.
Well, there's all kinds of proof that there were conversations. Now, does that mean there was a connection or collaboration between the campaigns, between the campaign and the Russians? We don't know. We'll find out.
There were conversations with many ambassadors, not one-on-one conversations with Russians, which fell upon the guy having the conversation's responsibility to be doing so. That wasn't out of his job description.
Okay, fine. But the point is that nobody has made a personal charge that President Trump was actually negotiating with or personally involved with Russian influence on the campaign. But it's certainly legitimate, don't you think, given the fact that there is profound evidence that Trump now has acknowledged that they hacked the Democratic National Committee It's appropriate to investigate the thing, don't you think?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, good.
When you
So
take
what
that-
is the point about Trump now attacking